Hey YouTube, hey Twitch, welcome back. Welcome back. Hello everyone. Just checking the green screen this time, seeing if I was able to fix any artifacting. Hopefully. Fix my hair a little bit there. Oh, someone is trapped already at the start. Okay, Kira, how did you get trapped? Alright, so you can't get down, so let's make you an abyssalite. Something to get down with. What do you have here that you can build this out of? Aluminum. No, aluminum can't be ladder. Abyssalite, dirt. Is there any igneous rock? Perfect. Where's my igneous rock ladder? All right, go for it. Okay, what's up, chat? Hopefully you didn't. I tried to get an. I think the ad is running. You recently. Okay, no, it's good. It's good. I thought an ad might be running while I'm trying to talk here, but I guess it started during the intro. Okay, cool. What's going on, everyone? Hey, what's up, Chewy VODs on YouTube? That's Chewy on Twitch. Welcome, Chewy. Appreciate you stopping by as always. Vitali, 666 followers. Devilish stream. Oh, I didn't know I hit 666 today. That's pretty cool. Thank you for coming by, Vitali. Yeah, so Vitali, I will. My next meal isn't until tomorrow, so if I remember to share my next meal, I will. I will post it in there. That would be kind of funny. Yeah, looks like I might have fixed the artifacting on screen. If you guys are not aware, let me just, not that this is very, very important, but I had like a little thing here where there's a green screen sort of cut off. Anyways, what's going on, Vitali? Yeah, Emma, what's going on? Earlier today, Irissa earlier today, and now Ethan, and we're eating good today. Welcome to the stream. Hey, what's up, Vibrator? Nice. I got here at the perfect time. Nice to see you, Vibrator. And look, it's me on YouTube. Thank you so much for the view on both platforms. And Icarus was taken. Thank you so much for being here as well. I have boiled potatoes and eggs to make some potato salad, and then I just ate the ingredients whole. I have a portion of salted roasted peanuts. Nice to see everyone. Thank you for stopping by. So it's going to be the usual Wednesday stream, probably 2.5, maybe 3 hours, depending on how things are progressing. Hopefully they're doing pretty good. Let me know how the audio is, chat. Hey, what's up, Trickster? What's going on? I finally caught a live stream. Hello, nice to see you, Trickster. How are you doing? Thank you for stopping by. How long have you been watching? It's awesome that you finally were able to make it. Nice to see you. So yeah, let me know how the audio is good. Sorry, let me try that again. Let me know if the audio is good. I changed some mic settings, chat, so I should should be better. Oh, I'm moving some stuff around that I probably shouldn't be. Trying to move the webcam just a little bit, so I'm not too much in the center. Okay, that should be okay. A little bit of technical difficulties starting here, but okay, we're off. What's up, Stringer? Dupes in water. Nice to see you, Stringer. Vitalis, just come to Discord, fella. Share a photo of your foods. Yeah, go ahead. There's a new channel in Discord, brand new, for sharing your meals. So if you guys want to do that, go for it. It's there. I'm gonna continue to make this so my duplicates run a little bit faster while they're accessing this area. Should probably put a better liquid lock in here, but maybe it's okay for the time being. We'll put that there as well. Actually, no, I want to be able to get down into this, so that's fine. Okay, so today we're going to be working on a couple different things. Hopefully I don't spread myself too thin so I can actually get something done. Industrial brick is still ongoing. I also want to continue digging down here. I'm going to leave this area intact because I have some regular water here that's quite useful. I don't want to have to desalinate if I don't have to. So I think, yeah, there's a little bit of water left here as well. Not sure if there's anything else. I think that might be it. So yeah, I just want to not desalinate right here. Not desalinate as long as possible. So I'm going to keep those intact. Oxygen is looking good. Temperature doesn't really matter on this asteroid, at least not where we are. And yeah, everything else is pretty good. So yeah, gonna try to get this industrial brick going today. That should be fairly easy, I would say. I mean, not much to it, just to get a couple things, a couple pipes filled with liquids and whatnot. Oh, we have to get to oil. Oil took a long time to get to last stream, so we finally got to oil. This is polluted brine actually, but oil is actually in here. So we'll come down this way, get access to the oil, and start filling it in the metal refineries in here. And then we can run those in, start making lots of steel. The other thing is I want to get my mealwood farm up and running. So that's not really that much of a priority though, because the mealwood is perfectly fine where it is right now. It's still 22 degrees. This is holding its temperature really, really well. This is the cooling from here, and I guess the hot from here are just kind of canceling each other out. And I got plenty of mass just kind of cooling itself and maintaining temperature. So really happy with that. Ore hulls, I have 2 ore hulls, so that's pretty good. Beacons are happy, so that means that my fish fillets and my sushi rolls are happy. Everything's looking good. This is annoying, I gotta take that off. Allergic reaction from Trivaldo. So everything seems to be functioning okay. I think, this is where I started to build the critter condo, but I sort of stopped. So not sure if I'm going to continue that. I'd have to sort of change some fundamental aspects of this stable in order to integrate that, because this auto sweeper doesn't allow access to here. So if I have eggs in here, it won't catch it. But if I put an auto sweeper here, it will take these eggs. So not really worried about that. The critters are fine exactly how they are. And also, I don't really need any more sushi rolls or fish fillet. Like, I'm actually trying to tone down how much I have. So that's fine too. I'm not really too worried. What I would like to get going is this. So we'll try to work on that. Try to move this water out of the way as well. I want to get this online, this last tidal spring, just because I think that might be the last one. I know there's one inside the base, but that's kind of annoying to work with. I might work on that. I think that's the last one though. So unless I'm missing one, that's going to be my goals for this episode. Get down here. We have some duplicates idle, so let's get them going. Go all the way down to the oil and start messing around down here. So open all this and work on that. Okay, cool. Also, what I should do here is maybe build a platform so they don't have to run on dirt. It takes forever for them to run this far, right? So I'm thinking maybe might be a good idea to sort of come down farther and just build a metal platform all the way across, because there's going to be a lot of a lot of digging in that area. Also, if we have time, maybe I'll get to setting this up a little bit better. But what my plan is for this, to put airflow tiles across like this, pump this area out of liquid, and then just enclose it in a chamber. So it's kind of like it would be almost exactly where is it? Almost exactly be like a tidal spring tamer like that. So put airflow tiles across and gas pumps on top. So kind of something that looks like that. Okay, so that's what we're going to try to get done. Hopefully everything goes according to plan. Just have to obviously fill this with liquid, and then we'll be good to go. We'll probably just cut it off there. It's fine. Just take that off. And then, oh, I have to put this water back in, so that's not going to work in its current configuration either. But anyways, yeah, so let's see what you guys are saying in chat. Audio is good for me. Awesome. Thank you so much. You put over a new Overlay Explained, but I haven't watched it yet because I've been chin deep in State of Decay 2. I've always wanted to play that game, just never really got around to it. But how do you like State of Decay 2, Vibrator? It's something that I've always... So I've wanted to play State of Decay because I used to be a huge Walking Dead fan, like before the series kind of went downhill. So I've always wanted to play. It's just... I never thought I could get into it with the amount of time, the amount of games that I want to play. Also, I have a new, believe it or not, I have a new Overly Explained already half done today. Like I recorded about 2 hours today, so 2 hours of gameplay instead of Decay. Sorry, instead of Decay. And Overly Explained is probably around 15 minutes that I can chop it down to. So yeah, lots of progress there. So I should have that one out by the weekend. I really want to have it out by not tomorrow, so Friday, but definitely the weekend. So I'm really trying to get my video cadence up a little bit. So not waiting so long between episodes, because I want to get that series finished, and there's a lot of interest in that series, and I don't want to keep the people waiting, right? So gonna try super hard to get this other episode out and just keep going on it. The brick is taking some time to make. It is, but it's mostly because the duplicants have such a far walk that they got to go all the way over here. So I could obviously alleviate that. I'm not doing myself any favors by having these Atmos suits on the wrong side. Like if I just had them going out this way, if this wasn't in the way, it would be way better. I might lower the top of this base so they don't have to go so far. Like realistically, this area here is sort of useless to me because I have this tidal spring here, which I can't move ever, and I have this here. So I could just cut the top of the base off here and then relocate this. I don't have to walk so far, and I think I might do that actually. It wouldn't be that hard at all to do. Yeah, let's just do that, because I have all this space that I can, like once I get rid of this water, I could use all this space to build more bedrooms and whatnot, and I have all this space to expand as well. So I don't really need a massive ceiling, like little peak on the base like this. So I might just do that. Only problem is that there's a lot of radiation exposure here, so not too... I mean, it's not that big of a deal if they're running past it fairly quickly. So anyways, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm going to take a sip of Esca for anyone who's just joining. This is almost an empty bottle. It's one I opened about an hour ago, so it's a little bit warm, but I have another one sitting right next to me. So Trickster says, I'm loving the Overly Explained. Got me back into Ani, just sitting at my first Hydra 2. Nice, awesome. So you're way ahead of me in Overly Explained, but I'm glad that you're enjoying the series. That is so cool to hear, Trickster. Yeah, I know there's a lot of interest in it, so I really want to get the cadence up on those. I didn't think they would do so well, but I'm really happy with people's reception. So I know I gotta start getting that back up. It's going to be a cold one. No, it's going to be... Oh yeah, actually, yeah, it will be a cold industrial brick. Yeah. I have to do another aqua tuner here, and then we'll cool everything. Well, right now, there's not a lot in here to really cool. I'm gonna... By the way, I have a lot of carbon dioxide somewhere. I think it's this. I have stuff in here. Carbon dioxide. Yeah, lots of carbon dioxide. So I'm gonna take this carbon dioxide and just dump it in here. I know that might be a lot of... that's a lot of piping. I mean, it's not really a lot in terms of like to build it. Probably build it pretty quick, but do I want to go through the effort to do that? Like I'd have to go through here, which is annoying. I think, you know what, it's probably worth it. I have this volcano here too. I totally forgot about that. But I want to fill it with something so there's an atmosphere exchanging with temperature. Like I cool the atmosphere and exchange it with the machines that I'm going to build in the future. Printer Scepter, yeah. So the Printer Scepter, I'm going to take Drecos from the Printer Scepter. Where is it? It's right here. Oh, that's the synthesizer. The synthesizer and the printer scepter are the only. Is it this one? I don't know. I always miss it. I always just look past it. It's the only two. Oh, right here. Are the only two things that I have. What's it called? Story missions that I have. I didn't elect to do too many because I just wanted to focus on the aquatic, like planet in general. You know. So, anyways. Going to open this up, dig this a little bit down so the oil can fall a little bit, and then I can start. It's kind of cool how they can swim in oil. Pretty interesting, I think. I haven't seen them do it yet, but I think that they can anyway. I'm just assuming at this point. State of Decay is pretty fun. It's only $6 right now. Oh, that's right. It's the Steam sale. That's true. When's the Steam sale? And I think it's on the Friday or something. I would just need to fill the satellite chamber with water to hold the radiation. Yeah, so I could definitely do that. I do have that's sort of started, but I didn't finish it. It would obviously be the ideal situation. I already have this up here, which is what's creating my radiation for research. And yeah, that's most likely what I'll end up doing. Just fill it with some salt water, maybe some of this down here. That's actually not a bad idea. Let's go ahead and start that. Oh, there's already salt water. Yeah, there's already salt water coming in. Let's do that. Excellent idea. Just get that out of the way. Actually, we'll build as far as we can out of the radiation, and then put this here. We'll go above the radiation, so we don't have to build this into it. So we'll do something like this. And then we'll open that up. This is salt water, yeah. Okay, and then what we'll do is for sure just make it so I can exit from this location, probably right here, actually, and then just go straight across, run straight across whenever I need to do any errands. I think that'll be miles better than what I have set up right now. I could also move this up a little higher and maybe build some metal tiles here out of lead. That would almost certainly help with radiation blocking. Not that I really want my duplicates working in here very long, but I think just for the time being, it'll be fine. Well, a little bit of radiation never hurt anybody. Hey, we got a cat here. We got Lily here again. I don't know if she'll come up, but she's hanging out with us today. Lily, come here. Let's see if she can make an appearance while the duplicates build this. I just don't want to run over with the chair. What's going on? They don't like being picked up when I'm in the chair. So let's see. Come on. Go. Okay, here is Lily, everyone. I think this is her third straight stream in a row that she's here. Yeah, she's not too happy about being on the chair, but she likes to be around me when I'm streaming. Camera shy cats. They can swim in lava too. That's hilarious. I have not seen that. Even bananas are radioactive. Oh, yeah, a little bit of radiation with Ellie here. No problem. We'll take care of that. Hopefully this provides enough blocking to... it's gonna be okay. I mean, not perfect. I'll build another row of lead tiles underneath, I think, and then that'll really help out, probably. And then just fill it with water. And then that'll block the top, hopefully. But anyways, hopefully that overheating. We got a pitcher pump overheat. Oh, that makes sense. I built it out of siltstone. Kind of an oversight here. Let's build it out of obsidian, I suppose. Okay, and then we can start filling this with... I mean, what I ideally need is to have this water out of the way and just build a ladder shaft going down here. But if I can't do that, then obviously the better scenario would be just building a huge row of metal tiles, which I have plenty of, so it's not like I'm... Yeah, let's just do that. We'll just get that started. There's so much walking that they're going to be doing here anyways in the future. So until I can get my... what's it called? My transit tube set up, which I actually have a lot of plastic for. I could probably get that started at some point. I just need more plastic production. I want to domesticate these tubulas, I think they're called. Tubulas, yeah, tubulias. So anyways, we'll get this going on the way, and then we'll build some metal tiles across. That'll be cobalt. I guess lead is probably going to be good in this situation. We'll go, maybe we'll take it down a little bit farther. Something like this, and then it'll make it a whole lot easier to go across. Now, obviously, this water's in the way, so not a big deal. It'll just drain right into here. Something like that. Hopefully, our duplicates don't get stuck in anything here. We'll see. We shall see. And then we'll just go straight across. Actually, the metal tiles can move this water over as well. Something like there, right there. And then something like that. Okay, cool. So we'll get that started, working passively in the background. Who's idle, by the way? Is someone who's idle maybe they can't go this way? Oh, I have all these people who can't walk through here anymore. Maybe I can change that now that they have better skills and such. Also, I can probably build more Atmo suits here as well, and that can really help get some more work done in that area. I love the cat appearance. That means it's going to be a good stream. Cat blast. Thanks, Stringer. You can share a photo of your radioactive banana on Discord. I could. I mean, there's a new channel for food now. So if you guys are eating radioactive bananas, you can certainly do that. Yeah, I think, you know what? Let's work on this for now. We are on top speed, right? Get this sort of started. Is there anything that I was working on that I needed to pay attention to at the start of this stream? No. There's a gold volcano that I'm working on the overly explained asteroid. So I'm a little bit mixed up in between the two different things that I'm working on, overly explained and and this. Okay, so how's the radiation blocking here? Not bad. It's actually, it's just like going to space at this point. Now, obviously, don't make me drop you in the Pokeshell room. Where are you? Dude, if they pee themselves here, at least the water goes in here. So I'm not too upset at that. I would be more upset if they peed themselves, like, on top of this. Because, someone really has to go to the bathroom. I think it's Travaldo. Someone peed themselves, I think. Made a mess. Oh, no, it's Leah. Oh, no. Sore back and soiled suit. That's unfortunate. Maybe I shouldn't have let Leah go that far. At least the polluted water is going to go in there. Hey, what's up, Potat? I finally fixed my Steam vent. Awesome. How did you fix that, Steam vent, Potat? Welcome to the stream, by the way. Do you like Don't Starve Together? 90% off today. I do like Don't Starve Together. I actually own the game. I just haven't been able to play it a lot. I've been loving Ani so much more than Don't Starve. So it's been one of those games that just have never really gotten into because of time. Let's take the Rosebush, I suppose. Oh, I wanted to get Violent Duplicates going as well. So let's start getting some stuff for them. It would be really fun to have them going. I don't know where the soiled. I guess Leah is. Where's Leah? Somebody soiled. There she is. Oh, she's still in her soiled suit. Let's see what the brakes are looking like. Maybe what I have to do is give them an extra time frame or extra time slot to go to the bathroom, because they are traveling pretty far. So my understanding, yeah, there's another toilet notification. My understanding from how the bath time works is they'll continue to work unless they have to go to the bathroom, and then this gives them time to go before their downtime. So it's not super necessary if your duplicates are, relatively close to their bathrooms. But here we go again. Not fits. See, like, why are they low oxygen soiling their suits? Like, I don't understand why they're not going to the bathroom. Are the bathrooms plugged up? No, the bathrooms are not plugged up. I don't know why this is such a big issue right now. Maybe I have to... Okay, you know what? Let's do this. It's very unusual to have two duplicates. Like, just pee them. Oh, they can't get back up here. Oh no, that's why. Why can't they get back up? They're gonna die. So they were literally sleeping here. I didn't even realize that. So where does this go wrong? Okay, they can go all the way up here. They can go all the way up here. Why can't they go here? Oh, I did the door options wrong, chat. So I have to give them. Yeah, I took them. I made it so they can't go in or out. All right, that was my bad. So I'm not going to throw them into the pokey pit because that was my mistake. Hey, what's up, Dan? Happy Wednesday to you. Thank you so much for being here. I just used a tutorial on YouTube. I gave up trying to make my own. That's cool. The downside is finally fixing the steam vent. The vent is left with 5 cycles before it goes dormant. Oh, that's always the case, isn't it? Okay, Lily, please. She's gonna go on and knock over my my light again. Please, no, don't go up there. My light's perfect right now. No. Okay, just. Can you not? Where are they taking this? By the way, please do not take this anywhere where I don't want you to. Somebody's taking the polluted water somewhere. Okay, that's in there. Perfect. That's actually awesome. A great place to put that. If there's any pee that I mop up. No, don't even go on there either. Like, you don't have to go on the monitor. Just trying to climb on the monitor from the back. Hey, what's up, Charlie? Nice to see you. We're having duplicants peeing themselves and cats on my light stand. So, unfortunately, it's not cat-proof. Okay, let's continue on this. That's the new player. Oh, sorry, new viewers have to suffer watching me struggle with the cat situation. I wish they would stand still so I could have a cat cam. But they don't really take the time to just relax. They just keep moving around. I think I explained that part before. Oh no, this is getting too much. I think I also talked about that before where they really like just moving around and not they don't really have like a routine to sit anywhere near me. Okay, let's take the water out of here. No, you don't need to go on the monitor, dude. Please. What are you doing? Okay, she's laying on the computer. That's probably fine. Just blocking it from cooling itself, but no worries. Please don't knock the light over again. Okay, I think she's gone. Sorry, Chad. It was just very nerve-wracking. Oh no, Ellie, you're like in the worst spot. Okay, anyways, let's get this moved over because this is gonna be brutal for our duplicants to let's put gold here. I think maybe what we'll do is put it across like this so they can leave really quickly, and then we'll put another gold thing across like that. And then they can leave this way in order to go to these areas. So put a checkpoint here, and a checkpoint around. Make use of the cobalt that I have available. It's nearby anyways, and then just put a bunch of these over here. Obviously, we'll have to move this, but no big deal. All in good time. Just build across like so, and then build with conductive wire. We have lots of cobalt, lots of lead, so we can finally start having a robust electrical grid. This thing here, where should I put this? I think maybe, oh, this is still a regular wire pitch. That's hilarious. I think for now, I'll just put these up here, kind of get it out of my base. Not that my base really needs, like, they are producing a little bit of heat that I don't want to have to deal with, so. And then maybe we'll rebuild this at some point here as well. I'll do something like, you know what? Let's keep this open, and then we'll build lead going this way. So we'll encase it in water, and build lead around it, maybe. I think that'll be good. Like how much radiation blocking does water provide? 55%, and lead provides 68. So yeah, lead is probably better to do that with. And then we'll just delete that and make it out of lead as well. Okay, sorry chat, let me get caught up here. You barred them in, I did. Yeah, that's my bad. Ethan goes hugging Pokeshell. Go hugging Pokeshells, I guess. You gotta take the blame. Yeah, that one's my bad. At least the cat isn't peeing. Imagine the cat pees in the copper volcano. Slime lung for everyone. Yeah, that would be not ideal. Also, anyone knows how to make a squid ink boiler? Kind of hard to design a heat which doesn't go past 90 because I want to make mutation for sushi. Okay, so that's a great question. I've been thinking about that. I have made boilers before where like we don't want... Okay, so for instance, maybe not the best example, right? But the exact situation that you make like the exact build that you use for a petroleum boiler is the perfect example, I think, of what you would want to use for Mugen. It's slowly heating up the ink, because if you flash the ink too fast, like if you just have like literally volcano, like magma with a metal plate across, and then something like a mechanized airlock to control the heat, I think that's going to get hot too quickly. So having some sort of reverse flow, heat exchange, very controlled method like a petroleum boiler, even though that's a little bit excessive, I think that's the best case scenario. Because if you look at flashing, like if you look at oil, where's the crude oil here? Okay, let me just retype that. If you look at crude oil, so at 400 degrees, it goes to petroleum. Now at petroleum, it goes to sour gas at 540. So that's a pretty big range. However, it's not hard to hit if you don't have controlled heat. So in a petroleum boiler, the oil flowing through it gradually gets warmer very, very slowly, and then the petroleum cools down opposite way. And then you have the magma that's doing the overall heating, but it's in a pool of petroleum in and of itself, or like a little pit where the crude oil gets dumped into and flashes in the petroleum, and it kind of keeps everything stable. I think you could use a similar situation for that, but obviously it's a little bit more excessive if you're going that route. So that might be a way. That's kind of, like I said, I haven't experimented with it, but I've been kind of thinking about that, because obviously that's the squid ink. It's pretty much useless for most other things, I think, right? So if you go to squid ink, yeah, mutagene and refined carbon, and yeah, that's pretty much the only thing that you can do with it, right? You can't frozen squid ink. Yeah, you basically have to use it for mutagene at that point. So that is kind of my idea on that. Now, obviously, you don't have to boil it with magma. I think it's a little bit excessive. You could use something like maybe a metal refinery or an aqua tuner, or maybe something that is not as powerful, like maybe a steam vent. I don't know. I haven't really thought about how I would do that, but that's the direction that I was leading in. So, okay, let's keep going on this. We need Atmos suits. Let's build 5 more, I think. How many do I have? 2. Well, we'll just build 10 because we're gonna need a lot anyway. We're gonna move these out of the way. So let's put these up here, and then we'll change the direction of, we'll change the run of this. Sort of like, we'll make it a little bit longer, and no, it's fine. It's fine like that. We'll worry about the specifics afterwards. Okay, and then we'll put this. This is gonna be a loop here, I think. So I gotta delete all this. Actually, whoops, I kind of messed that up. It needs to go 1 more over. So this is going to be a little bit broken for temporarily, but it's okay. We'll take that out. Take this out. Something like that. And then take these out too. Take out the wire bridge. Something like that. We'll figure it out. Cat drama, like, is like half the reason we're here. The radiation from the satellite is going to kill food poisoning germs from when they do soil their Atmos suits. That's not a okay. That's actually a really good point. Maybe the radiation is like a defense mechanism against duplicants peeing themselves. Now, ideally, I don't let the duplicants pee themselves, right? That's kind of the ideal scenario. So I don't want to provision for... I don't want to provision for them doing that, basically. It would be... okay, is it... No, no, I'm going to take a biotic duplicant when I have time. So for now, I'm going to take the Pip Squeak, and then we're going to get started on getting biotic duplicants as well. So let's go with eco power banks, make a whole bunch of these, and then we'll start charging them and build some infrastructure to support the biodubs. Okay, so this can be now filled with... let's put the bottle drainer here, here, here. We'll get some crude oil flowing in through here. Oh, by the way, I have to finish these. Kind of like that. Okay, and that looks good. I think these are done. I just need polluted water in here. So I'll build another one of these, put it right here. But before I start filling this, I want to make a make this come back into the steam room. So build something along like that, and we'll just empty it in here for now. Obviously, we'll empty it on top of the aqua tuner. That's where most of the heat will be, so it should flash right back into steam. And then it's actually a little bit easier because this is all out of the way. So something like that. Okay, this is probably... Yeah, they can reach that because of the ladders. Perfect. Okay, so that's happening. Things are looking good. How's the oxygen? Pretty good. So I could probably start making some oxygen canister fillers. And then these can be filled as well. I should increase the capacity of this. So let's do that. Since I'm doing all this now, maybe send some more oxygen up here. It seems to be relatively slow how we're doing it at this point. Should I put that up? Yeah, I should put this up here. Sorry, duplicants. We're gonna move this at the top. Something like that. And then so what I'm doing with the gas reservoir is just storing all the bad gases that I'm filtering out, because for the longest time I didn't have access to a high pressure gas vent. Now I do, so now I can actually just send them back into the atmosphere after I'm done filtering it. So actually, maybe I'm not going to use the gas reservoir in this situation. So we'll take the gas filter. This looks good, I think. That goes there, and then we'll just dump this somewhere in here. The aqua tuner requires a separate liquid. Yeah, so oh, you were thinking a tepidizer or an aqua tuner. I don't think either of them are bad. The aqua tuner obviously would have to be like, if you're going to run an aqua tuner to heat up squid ink, I would think that you'd want to get some other heating potentials out of it, or sorry, cooling potential out of it, instead of just running it for the squid ink itself. That's very expensive, you know. I mean, I think you could obviously make it work, but I think using natural heat would be my go-to plan. It just depends on how close you have something available, and it's unfortunate that you can't use something like the polluted oxygen vent, which is very, very weak relative to using water or using like magma or something. You could use a volcano, but again, it's just a magma volcano would be ideal in that situation. Squid ink can also be used for the water cooler. Really? So you can put it... Oh, okay. So -10 stress, +1 morale, and radiation resistance. I did not know that. Cool. Thank you so much for that. It's weird that it wouldn't tell you the... I mean, I guess maybe it wouldn't tell you here. There's no reason to list every single individual application. It's just weird that... no, actually, I take that back. It should list it here, right? Because it's showing you the aquatic milking station as a way to produce it. So this is obviously a usage to put it into here. I guess maybe it's just a forgotten about mechanism. Like if I search Brecken, would it show up here? Just out of curiosity. No, it does not, but it does show up like literally everywhere else where I guess a duplicate consumable is not the same. Hey, what's up, Joey Wood? Nice to see you. Welcome to the stream, Joey Wood. Anyway, sorry, I think you just got an ad there, like literally just as you joined. What's going on, Joey? Nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. So let me give you guys a rundown of, if you're just joining, what's happening here. We're going to be working on this industrial brick today, trying to get this up and running, and then getting oil from all the way down here. I'm building metal tiles so the duplicants don't have to run. I guess we're at a lead. For some reason, they can't get to lead. Oh, probably because they can't get up here. That should be easy to fix. They can't get across at all, actually. Oh, because of this. So the access to lead is actually down here, which is... I kind of blocked them from getting in here in the first place. So anyways, we'll build this in here for now. Okay, so yeah, we're just trying to build metal tiles so the duplicants can get across a lot easier, because they're going to be doing a lot of work on this part of the asteroid. So trying to make it a little bit faster for them to walk around and move and such like that. And then we're also working on an industrial brick. The industrial brick is coming along, but again, they have to walk really, really far to get back home. They go all the way around. So I'm trying to increase their speed right now by building extra atmosuit docks and opening up this area so they can leave the base in a different direction. Just working on relocating the power from these guys. So take this out and then deconstruct all this, and then the power can go sort of like that, and then we'll go down to here for the time being. So, hey, what's up? Monsazu says, Devin Lariat, please give it a green hoodie or some kind of clown outfit. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Who is Devin Lariat? Is that is that someone who I should know before I name a duplicant that? I can definitely give somebody a clown outfit. That would be hilarious. Let's see if they have... So if I was to give somebody a clown, I think I kind of like Bubbles and Ellie. I don't want to make them into a clown, but if I have to, I would say I'll take Bubbles. And let's go into restyling Bubbles. Okay, do we have a clown outfit for Bubbles? That might be the closest thing we can get. Actually, no, here we go. We'll get some jammies. That's maybe more closer to a clown outfit. I don't think they have... I mean, I can give them a atmosuit headwear that will probably resemble closer to a clown. Oh, what else can I give them? A green hoodie. I think a green hoodie is maybe more achievable. Let's see, where can I find a green hoodie? Maybe these things? The jacket? I mean, it's a little scarf or a little, what's it called? This is probably as close as I'm going to get to a green hoodie. I guess this will work too. Okay, I kind of like that. The Sport Child one. Let's... Oh, I can't get it from here. Oh, I like the cucumber, actually. Okay, let's go with this for now. This is green, and it's kind of like clownish. So we'll apply to Bubbles. Assign to Bubbles. And then we'll give her some sort of helmet that kind of resembles... I don't have too many clown resemblance outfits, but maybe the... maybe the puffed helmet. I know Devin is a dupe name. So Joey says, yeah, Devin is a good... I like Devin, actually. As a dupe, I mean. So Joey says, I'm a longtime player that still does not get past mid-game before I start new maps. So Joey... Oh, Crimson Riots, thank you for the sip of Eska. Appreciate that. So Joey, in case you are not aware, I do YouTube videos to try to help people in your situation. So my YouTube channel is down in the bottom here. And all my entire channel is focused on helping new players and experienced players alike get past mid-game. So if you'd like to check me out on YouTube, in case you haven't already, maybe there's some information there that can help you get past mid-game. Now, if you want to me to answer some questions for you in the chat today, I'd be more than happy to help you and seeing if we can get you past mid game, or like where you usually get stuck, or what ends up causing you to start over. I will say though that starting over is one of my favorite things to do. So I don't think that's bad at all. I embrace starting over. Oh, you got the ads. Sorry about that. They're playing so many ads on Twitch lately. I even adjusted like to not get so many ads. It's crazy. How do I stop that from happening? I gotta snooze ads. Okay, I have a button here to snooze ads. Sorry, I'm a little bit of a noob when it comes to my Twitch dashboard, but I'm gonna snooze ads. So yeah, I'm definitely a chronic restarter as well. So I would never say that's a bad thing per se to restart. I guess I can remove this and just build a regular tile over it. But if you have any sort of like questions that I could probably answer on stream, maybe I would love to help you and help you get past mid game, or at least give you an idea of how to get past mid game. Oh, it's the Canadian arm wrestler, right? I've been told that before on chat by chat, and I knew the name sounded familiar, and I was like, who is that? So yeah, we'll do that. We'll make a Devin Lariat, the Canadian arm wrestler. Lariat, right? What's his name again? The Lariat. There you go. All right, so I mean, I guess looking back now, I should have given Devin Lariat to maybe the actual Devin instead of Bubbles. Let me fix that. Because Devin Lariat seems like a fitting name for a duplicate named Devin. And then give him the clown the clown mask, the closest we can get to a clown, and then of course restyle, open wardrobe. Where's the outfit? Atmo suits, regular. Oh, he's wearing the Atmo suit right now, so I think that's why I can't change it. So thank you for the clarification. I've been told that before, so I'm so embarrassed that I can't remember that. By the way, just as a question for the chat here, who is excited for McGregor's return this weekend, if you are a UFC fan? Do you think he's going to beat Holloway? I've been wrong on a lot of MMA predictions lately, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I want to pick at either of them. I feel like it might be a bad idea. Okay, so I think Holloway's going to win because he's so much younger, but and I don't think McGregor's ever going to be the same after his injury that he had against Dustin Poirier. But wouldn't it be sick if he did get the win, the knockout, and then he gets a shot at like Islam or something? I go through various obsession levels with this game. It is honestly, it's an amazing game. I absolutely love this game. It's so much fun, such a great time. It's like, I just love it. Honestly, I learned a lot seeing how your base is set up. I have never seen such a nice big eating area for your dupes. Thank you so much. Yeah, I love having, so where I differ from a lot of players that play Oni, or at least a lot of streamers that play Oni, is I like to have nice big builds. I don't like to have things too compact and too close together. I feel like it can make it very hard to see where problems are for me. Obviously not for everybody. If some people love tight builds, it's nothing wrong with that. But for me, I like to be able to, at a glance, see which pipe is broken, for example. See, where I'm having my faults or deficiencies or whatever. So I always try to have nice big builds. The eating area is sort of an anomaly, like it's sort of different in that regard, because it looks cool, right? I like to have a big space where I can decorate for my duplicates to eat and whatnot. And also, I have a deep freezer right here, so they're spending a lot of time, not a lot of time, but they're spending a very small amount of time in this very poor decor area when they're getting their food. So it makes sense to give them a nice big morale boost when they're finally sitting down and eating. So Yan says, my number one reason for restarting is FPS. Yeah, FPS is just totally a downfall later on in your in your quality. I'm not even okay. I'm using a 9800X 3D right now, and even now, if I zoom out to here, I'm at 50 frames per second, like 49, 44. It just keeps dropping. If I'm playing in close, like I see why the developers did not allow you to zoom out this far naturally in the game, because it just causes such a downgrade in performance. So even with one of the best CPUs, I'm still not getting, oh, poor Trivaldo. I'm still not getting the FPS that I would like to get. It's just too much going on, I think. Mansazu, so let me snooze. Yeah, okay, I got the ads news. So yeah, I don't know if there was an ad playing when you made that request, but I got Devin Lariat here. Just let's see if I can change the outfit now. So open wardrobe. So green hoodie. Where are we with the hoodies here? Okay, that's probably as close to a green hoodie as we're gonna get. Or maybe this is kind of an in-between of a clown outfit and a hoodie. That's fennel. I kind of like that, actually. Oh, but I don't have access to that one. I wish I could just buy it. I need all this stuff still. This is kind of cool. Not sure if I have anything that resembles clowns. Let's do this one. That one looks fitting for an arm wrestler. For Trivaldo anyways. Hey, what's up, Jaws? Nice to see you. How are you doing tonight? Well, happy Wednesday, Jaws. And what's up, Cali, man? 50 FPS mid-game is amazing. It is amazing. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, whoops. It is amazing, and obviously, I'm very thankful that I have such a good performance at mid-game, like I do right now. But I know the struggle of getting very far into the game and having to pause just to move the camera around so I can do something. I was literally on my first PC when I started playing Oxygen Not Included, and I would get to like cycle 500, maybe 800-ish, in that type of range, depending on how how fast or how quickly you progress through your asteroid. And I remember having to pause just to move the camera. And then when I would queue up a dig errand, I would be like, okay, you guys dig here, or you guys build this, and I'm just gonna watch you, because like I literally can't look away, or the computer's gonna go down to like 10 FPS. So that was my very first PC that I built. That was a 2017 or 2018 PC. It was brutal. And then my second PC that I built 2 or 3 years after that struggled a lot, but I think I had a 5600X 3D on that one, or something along Ryzen 5 or something. So in that range. Obviously, now that I'm a streamer, it makes sense for me to get a better CPU. So I'm trying to stream at 60 FPS, right? So if I'm going down that far in FPS, at least you guys are still seeing it. Like, if I'm at 50, at least you guys are still getting a good quality, hopefully. Okay, so this is filling in with oxygen. We're going to build some mucin here. Oh, we gotta build this in. Whoops. Can't get ahead of ourselves. Whoa, what's going on here? Why can't I get... No, cobalt. I want cobalt. So cobalt to go across. This might be actually bad, because maybe I want to have insulated tiles here. The cobalt tiles are just to make my duplicates run faster. Actually, gold was the wrong choice here. I shouldn't have done gold. I know gold is going to increase my my decor, but I shouldn't have to use that, I think. I don't think the decor is worth it to use gold when I could be using it somewhere else. So Joey says, I'm running a game with only 3 duplicates, day 65, no stress yet. That's amazing. So that's exactly how, one of my first tips that I was going to give you if you needed somewhere to a starting point, basically, is play the game very slow, because you're going to run into a lot of issues if you try to take on a lot of duplicates and progress very quickly. Now, obviously, there's a lot of benefits to having at least 4 duplicates. I would say 5 duplicates is a comfortable place to push forward, because if you're still on things like the manual generator, at least those duplicates are able to get a break from there, and you're still able to have a full workforce with regards to the number of duplicates that you start with. You know, you want to have somebody who's like a rancher, a cook, and a farmer, maybe all in one, especially for a small colony. That's perfectly feasible. And then if you're still running the manual generator, then obviously it makes sense to have a duplicate just for that alone. But if you're starting to transition to coal, then you know you get that duplicate basically as for free, because you no longer need them for to maintain a task. And now I will also say that, hold on here, I just got lost in thought. I want to put the mute in there. Maybe I'll open this up. I don't think it matters if I open that up. Yeah, it's just a little bit of oxygen, it's not a big deal. Let's open this up. Open that up as well, and then we'll fill this with a liquid lock. Something like this is what I'm going for. So, not sure that's the best idea. Maybe I'll move it one back and then put something like that in. Not like that. Maybe I'll put that in as well. And then put the mute in there. The mute kind of makes a mess. It kind of ends up looking like a reverse T. So it's not the most elegant solution for this, but nonetheless, at least they have atmosphere ducts here going this way. So this is going to speed them up exponentially instead of going all the way around. Okay, let's get some mute in here. Luckily, there's nothing bad in here that I need to really be worried about. There's no big downfalls in air quality. Actually, this will probably help out, bring some more air in, because these are sucking up everything at the moment. Oh yes, I was talking about duplicates and how many to take. I would say 5 is probably ideal. And this is the big point I was going to say. Stagger your duplicates. Even if you only have 3, stagger their shifts, so you always have 1 duplicate available to do anything, just in case there's an emergency. Like maybe you're out of oxygen, maybe you're out of food, maybe you're trying to build, rebuild your washrooms because there's no water in them or whatever. It's worth it to have them all on separate schedules, so there's always somebody awake to do something. That's probably the biggest tip that I have in general, especially if you're running a small workforce. Okay, so mute in here. Actually, I'm gonna let some air come in here because, like I said, this is not ideal at the moment, given that these are sucking up a lot of oxygen. Maybe I can also put it on this side. There's a lot of oxygen out here for some reason, which I don't think is incredibly necessary to have. This is kind of high. I don't know why I built this so high, but it's okay. It'll be fine, Chad. It'll be fine. And we'll just plug it into here. Kind of like that. We'll make this probably priority. Bring some heavy wires in here. Okay, don't really want anyone here. I guess I'll take the ore haul. We'll see where the ore haul ends up. It might end up in here or something. I kind of feel bad for it. Let's put it in here. By the way, how are they doing? We've got 2 ore holes, so probably could use a little bit more. The beacons, they're cramped, mostly because of... I have so many kelp holes. That's why we're having cramping issues. So let's just knock a couple of them off. Okay, that should have fixed... Yeah, that fixed that. You can just buy it in the blueprints window. Can I? Sorry, I know I'm a little bit behind. Hold on, let me get to another question and I'll ask here. Double layered satellite. I was years old today when I realized that could be a good source of radiation. Yeah, it's amazing actually. That's how I'm getting my material study research done. It's just by putting a radpole generator right next to this satellite and then putting it into the cold biome so I don't have to cool it. So yeah. It's okay. We're all noobs at some point, Jaws. New tidal turbines go a long way with only 3 duplicates. Oh, so you're on the aquatic planet. I gotcha. Okay, so that makes sense. Yes, the tidal turbines do go a long way. They are amazing. Why no salt on the table for your duplicates? To be honest with you, I never put salt for whatever reason. I guess I could put that. Let's see if I can figure it out. I don't even know how to put salt, to be honest with you. I think I have to make the salt first, right? So, or do I have to salt it? How do you put salt on the table? I need a salt shaker or something, don't I? I always forget to do the salt. So much so that I don't even know how to do it. How do you put salt on your table? I think I have to make it from here, right? No, it's not. How do you... There's a way to do it. There's like a little thing of salt. How the hell do you do that? Okay, I know the chat's probably typing right now, but let me try to remember. How the hell do you do the salt? I've done it once before, and I just never... Oh, I have to make table salt. Only the finest grains are chosen. How the hell do you make table salt? Rock Crusher. Oh, thank you. Thank you, the Rock Crusher. Okay, let's do that. Where's my Rock Crusher? Oh, I can't believe I forgot. It's been so long. I've literally done that once, chat. And then I've just never done it ever again. Okay, so blueprints. Let's go back to the blueprints. To Devon Lariat here. Let's give him a restart. Can I buy it directly from here? That was the question that we were trying to determine. So cannot be renamed, cannot be deleted, reassign outfit, open wardrobe. There it is. Why can't I access restyle off? There it is. That's the one I was looking for. Okay, so can I buy stuff from here? It doesn't look like I can. For some reason. So no, I don't know if I can, but it's okay. I'm pretty happy with his template for now. I kind of like, it kind of looks like a wrestler or arm wrestler's outfit. So. They will automatically supply table salt or caviar to the table. Right, the caviar is another thing that I have to get on. Because I have to get... Where is she? Where's Minnow? Oh, she's right here. She needs caviar, so... Then I can have her in my base. By the way, it's been a long time since I made caviar also. How the hell do you make caviar again? Caviar... I forgot how to make caviar, chat. Can be food at a mess table. Oh, okay. Produced by the Gleaner. Okay. Yeah, right. Okay, I got it. This should be pretty easy to make. Methane, carbon dioxide. I just need the Gleaner. So let's get the research for that. Requires Brecken flow. Perfect. And we have access to satellites now, so we should be easily able to get all that stuff done. Supply closet. I'd have to go to the main screen for that, I think. Salt for all. Yeah, thank you, Joey, for the suggestion. Yeah, now they got salt. There you go. Appreciate that. We're always learning, Joey. Like this, you know, everyone's always learning in this game. I don't pretend to... No docs available. I don't pretend to know everything, that's for sure. I'm always learning from the chat. So I always appreciate you guys with your feedback. Okay, so this is lots of oxygen now. Still lots of oxygen out here, which I don't really need to have in there. I'm gonna use these pumps to feed these Atmo suits. So let's get some methane here. And then no docks available. That's kind of weird. Why wouldn't they go in? So I want it to be not always. I want it to be vacancy only. That's my issue. There it is. Okay, let's get this running. Polluted water, please. I'm going to try to not overfill it. And then, of course, crude oil. Crude oil. And then crude oil. Caviar gives better buff than salt anyways. I haven't even got to that in my playthrough yet, so haven't had a chance to mess around with any of that stuff. This is literally the first playthrough that you guys are seeing me do of the aquatic planets, so still learning a lot. Yeah, let's put some mucin in here as well. Block that area. Okay, let's go back up in the chat. McGregor, comeback feels pointless. He's old and well fed. The next young and hungry fighter he crossed paths is going to hurt him real bad. It's just sad. That's kind of what my impression was as well. But a lot of people are obviously excited. And then, I'm not going to lie, it would be kind of cool to see McGregor against Islam should McGregor pull off this upset. I'm taking Holloway, like I said, but I'm a little bit nervous to say that because I have been wrong on my last, like, dozen predictions. Not quite a dozen, but I've been wrong quite a bit lately. I took Pereira, I took Taporia at the White House card. So it does feel pointless in the sense that like he doesn't need to fight anymore. There's no reason for it. He's obviously doing this for the big paycheck because he's doing well. He doesn't need to be here. So we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting. But I think you're right, Vitaly. I think it does feel a little bit pointless. It's just for the money, right? That's all it's really for. You need to convert some blueprints into filaments so you can buy them from the supply closet. Yeah, so I actually have quite a bit. So let me just exit out real quick. I have lots of like currency to buy with. It's just I didn't think I could buy from in the game. So if we go to here, I have I don't know where my currency is, 19,000 currencies or whatever. Let's go get the proper one then. That's kind of cool. Is this a clown outfit? I mean, is there a clown outfit in the game that I can put on? This is about as close as that we can get, I think. I mean, I've said that like 4 times already, so each time it's the closest one. maybe that one. It's kind of like there's no hoodie on it, but it would probably have a hoodie in real life, right? So let's get that, and then we'll put that on Devon Lariat. To be fair, there's a comedic video on YouTube of Devon Lariat going into a woman's tourney wearing woman's clothes and a wig. I did not know that. I know nothing of Devon Lariat, so I apologize. I know he's Canadian, so you know, apologies in advance for not knowing too much about Devon. But I know he's really popular because he's been mentioned in my stream chat so many times, and it just never sticks for some reason. To be honest, I kind of forget that arm wrestling is its own sport, right? So I apologize for that. But yeah, it's one of those things where, okay, I forgot my bypass. Easy enough to fix. And then this is, I'm going to run this if it's above, let's say 50. So it should just bypass it from here on. And then we'll go around. Perfect. Now this has to be filled with oil. Is there any oil on the way? There's no oil on the way. Why is there no oil on the way? We have lots of oil down here. I know it's a long walk, but you guys just have to, you know what, Trivaldo? Get it together. Thank you. Work keeps interrupting my viewing. That sucks. You know what? Time to say goodbye to work because you gotta watch Ethan's stream. I appreciate you tuning in though while you're at work. That's awesome, Trickster. Isn't it in the settings to buy it from here? I'm not sure. I'm not, like, honestly, I'm not too good at navigating all these sub menus. I don't usually go into them, I suppose, on my own time. I usually only do that stuff on stream. I did go into the blueprints menu. Like, I go into the blueprints to exchange my extras, but again, sad to say, but I don't usually focus so much on what my duplicants are wearing, because they end up wearing Atmos suits again anyway. And usually, I make an effort to change the Atmos suits at some point when I remember. So, like, I'll just randomly get into a habit where I start clicking through and trying to give everybody a cool mask. Devin is a natural-born entertainer, very gifted one. Okay, that's cool. I mean, Vitaly, if you post something in the Discord with Devin, I can maybe I'll remember to like the bird video, right? If there's something that is okay, finally we got some oil coming. I'll be able to like remember and check him out. If you want to, you don't have to, but if you want me to check out Devin and actually remember to do so, that might be a good idea. I'm all for learning about, especially if they're Canadian. I like learning about fellow countrymen, countrywomen. Okay, so everything seems to be going okay. I did start working on this tidal turbine here, so I'll continue. Just dig all this out. Probably need a couple of ladders here. I'm gonna keep my duplicants busy, and then I'll build my usual. Well, I'm not gonna build yet because I don't want to block off my duplicants from accessing this area. By the way, this is disconnected. So I'll probably leave this, fill it with water from all the way up here. That'll be kind of interesting, and then build a structure around it to encase the water. And then while that is happening, oh, my duplicants don't really have to go here. Actually, there's no reason for them to be in this area. So maybe I'm just going to not worry too much about that, and just go ahead and block it in. Yeah, I think that's probably the ideal situation. So I like to block it in. Again, I like to have big builds. So I always go one past the tidal turbine. I don't need it to be that high though. And I'll dig it out. And then we'll go up like this, and then we'll go back down. A couple different ladder shafts. And then of course we'll get access to this water at some point as well and make use of that. Everything's happening. Okay, but I'm really excited about this finally filling up. We got this, will soon be working. Let's bring our power in now. That's probably the next most important thing. Bring some heavy wire into here. Actually, no, this is not going to be heavy. This is going to be regular. We'll use lead, I think. I think lead is fine in this situation. Oh, just go straight across. It's gonna take a while to make it out of lead, but I'd rather use cobalt for more important things. Like lead is gonna be perfectly fine here. I think it melts at 400 or something degrees, I think. Let me just check it out. So it should be perfectly fine in its steam room. Overheat temperature of 327, so we're good. And then we'll build a transformer somewhere. Oh, we already got one. Perfect. Okay, cool. So we'll bring the heavy wall conductive in here, though. And then we can probably start running these metal refineries. I don't think I have to do any cooling here. I think all the heat that's produced from the metal refinery goes into here. I think. So we'll find out pretty shortly because I'm about to run these. So if that's not the case, we're gonna be in for a bad time. Help, my Rexes are starving because they can't see their prey. Okay, the solution is to be honest, I don't know what the solution is. I was gonna say don't use Rexes for reed fiber. I don't know. I've never dealt with Rexes because that's one of the immediate problems that I've had with them is that they never seem to be able to get to their prey. And I don't understand why. Is it because the prey is too fast? Like, do you have to immobilize? Like, do you have to wrangle the prey? That could be. Try wrangling it. Put a critter pickup in there. So, like one of these guys. Where is it? This guy, right? A critter pickup. and make it so that that you wrangle whatever critter that you're trying to feed to them, but just don't have anywhere to place that critter in a drop off. Then they'll just sit there. See if that works. Using lead in a steam room is truly a bold move. Well, you're right, but I never expect my temperatures to get that high. Hey, thank you for the follow, Arga 110, I think. I'm sorry, I probably butchered that really badly, but thank you for the follow. Sorry, chat. I'm going to crack open another Esca here. Okay, so I would do that. I would try to see if you can fix the issue by wrangling them. Just make sure that the critters that you're wrangling don't have anywhere to be dropped off. Otherwise, your duplicates will remove them. So that could be a fix. Actually, Potat said they might just be stupid or it's a skill issue. Well, don't they have like very tiny... do they even have arms? I don't think they have arms. Like, they're not like a T-Rex, right? Rexes are just flying creatures. They're blind apex predators. That's why they went extinct, probably. That's hilarious. They might just be stupid or a skill issue. So, Potat, not sure if you've been following the World Cup, but it reminds me of when Croatia was facing... who did Croatia face? I'm trying to make a comment, but I can't remember who they faced last. They went outside when they... who was it that they faced that they got eliminated by? I can't remember. But anyways, they went offside, and I told my soccer co-worker, I asked them, like, why did Croatia go offside? Are they stupid? Because, like, why... I don't know why I just thought of that. It's like the Rexes. Why aren't the Rexes eating their prey? Are they stupid? I love that meme. It's so funny. I keep the prey in a separate room, then have them dropped off at the critter drop off, and they seem to eat them straight away. So Trickster, that's kind of what I was thinking there. I think if you have them wrangled and maybe dropped off in, like, let's say if the Rexes are hungry and you're feeding them one at a time, maybe they get confused by the pathing if there's too many. I've never done a good Rex ranch. In fact, I don't think I've even done a poor Rex ranch. I think I've had Rexes before, and I've just sort of like not made them into a ranch, but just kind of kept them wild and have them eat critters that are nearby. So, not sure if I've ever done a substantial one that's been good. Feed Rex with slow goes. If they still miss, they deserve the star. That's a great point, actually. That's so true. Baby Rexes are adorable, though. I wish some of the critters would stay babies forever, like the Pips. They look so cute. I have sympathy towards McGregor. A story of a plumber getting well. Don't want to see him get brutalized for money. I don't even believe he can fight, to be honest. His fighting hunger is satiated. Yeah. Well, for 100%, Vitaly. Like, I see where you're coming from. I really think that this fight is all about the money for him. I mean, if he wins, let's be honest. If he wins, it's another huge payday, right? Because fans are going to want to see him back, and if he wins, there's no doubt in my mind he's fighting Islam for the title. If and when Islam beats Ian Gary. But if he loses, I think it's safe to call it quits. I mean, listen, Max Holloway is, elite. If you can't beat Max Holloway, you don't deserve a title shot, first of all. And if you do beat him, then you should just retire. And if you do beat him, then he's probably going to get the title shot just for the money. And not just that, but just to have the, like Khabib and McGregor storyline, that whole thing. Obviously, there's some history there with Islam. Islam was one of the people that came in and attacked McGregor post-fight. after the Khabib and McGregor brawl. So it'll be interesting to see. Like I said, I don't think he'll win. I don't think it's good for this. Like, okay, maybe that's not a bad. I was going to say I don't think it's good for the sport if he wins. That's not entirely true. I think it is good for the sport in the sense that it's going to make a lot of money. But like you said earlier, there's definitely young and up-and-coming guys that could probably ruin McGregor pretty easily. So it's like, why would you give a title shot to a guy who's almost certainly going to lose if he does land a knockout on Holloway? Because Holloway, here's the thing, Holloway's going to stand up with McGregor, right? I think that there's a chance that McGregor lands a clean shot and he gets the knockout. There's always that chance with McGregor. With Islam or any other grappler that's of Islam's skill level, I don't think that's going to happen. So that's kind of where I am with regards to what's next after this. You know? Okay, I don't need any more crude oil in here. This is actually overfilled. It just keeps going around. So what I can do, though, is maybe transfer some of that into here. That's also full. Okay. So this should be sending a green signal if it's above, we'll say 100. I don't know. We'll say 50 degrees for now. So it should all go back into here. So that's going to be full. What we have to do is send it into this area. How do we do this? Let's go below, keep cycling it through, send it into here, and then turn this off. And then we'll send that through as well. Okay, we can shut this off now, put this back. This should be going through, I think. It's not going through. It's okay. Oh, it's because of this. There we go. Okay, so this is now full. They're all full. I'm happy with this. Delete the bottle emptiers, and that's fine. No more oil. No more oil. It's done. It's full. It's full. Okay. We'll finish this, and then we can start running our metal refineries. It's above. We'll say 50. No, sorry. 50. What am I doing? 130. It's got to heat up the steam, right? Okay, perfect. And then we'll start making stuff in here. Let's do one thing of iron and let's see what happens. Okay, sorry, chat. I have a Rex Dartle Ranch. I need the bleach from biodiesel. Are you playing on prehistoric by any chance? So Dan says, in my current game, I have a $4 Dartle fed Rex loop, and it's a lot of rancher time, and I'm not sure it's 100% worth it. I guess it would be a lot, right? Because you have to groom all those critters all at the same time. But that says E. On Aquatic map, where's the radiation for research? Do I have to climb to the top for space? So Joey, if you don't have crash satellites on your map, unfortunately, you have to go to space, or there should be, I already dug mine out, but there should be a small amount of uranium near your starting biome. Like my printing pot is here. It should be relatively close to your starting location. A small amount of uranium that you can mine out and then you can use in the radiation lamp. Other than that, if you want to dig to the bottom, there's usually some betas with uranium ore in various locations throughout. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 just on mine. And then, of course, I don't know if I have... I'm not sure where I put my uranium, but there's a little bit of uranium that you spawn really close to. Now, it's such a small amount. Research is going to take so long. I honestly think it's worth it to keep re-rolling until you get crash satellites. It just makes the game so much more fun, in my opinion. I know you're already... You said 90 cycles, I think, that you're already in, so it's maybe a little bit too late for that. But if you do start a new asteroid, I would re-roll for crash satellites. It makes the game a lot of fun. At least a little bit easier. Hey, what's up, all Phonics? Big L for Sandbox. Why Big L for Sandbox? What happened to Sandbox? I don't know about this. So you are on prehistoric. Okay. So that makes sense then why you would be using that. Because I was going to say, there's almost no situation where I would say that I need Rexus set up, especially for reed fiber, unless it was the prehistoric asteroid. Oh, by the way, chat, I was meant to continue building up the infrastructure to have biodupes, right? So let's move some of this stuff out of the way. Maybe we'll move this over here. This is actually the perfect place, I think, to put this. Just relocate all this stuff, bring it in through here, and then like that, and then deconstruct everything here. And maybe I want to put my bio, well, not sure where I want to move this out of the way for sure. Not sure where I'm going to put everything else, but we'll do that for now. The oxygen coming in here is probably the best case scenario, so I'm not filtering a lot of stuff that I don't need to be filtering. There shouldn't be too many mixed gases on here. It should be mostly oxygen coming out of these, so that's kind of my rationale for that. And then maybe we'll put the bioduplicant washroom area here. Yeah, I think, not sure if there's a better location. Maybe here, but this is a temporary rec room. Can't put it here. This area is kind of used up because of this. I could put it down here, but I feel like that's too claustrophobic, all this area. I think maybe here might be the best. It's honestly not that big of a deal. Not that big of a decision that I need to take this much time to decide. I'll just put it right here. Kind of like that. Okay, and then we'll make some tiles here for... Hopefully I don't... oh no, you built the slickster in. I was hoping you didn't do that. Let's put the slickster... This is... Oh, you guys are going to build yourself in now. That's just lovely. Put this up here so you don't build the slicksters in again. They're going to make crude oil and it's going to fall on here. It's going to be very annoying. I can see Max losing the fight, a volume fighter, no grappling, good match for Connor, unless he becomes absolutely washed. That's kind of what I was thinking too. Like, Connor definitely has a chance because Max is going to stand up. I don't think he's going to grapple with Connor. And that's really McGregor's biggest advantage in this fight, is that he's facing somebody who he knows he doesn't have to grapple with. Now, if Max Holloway wants to switch things up and actually do the grappling, I think he's going to have, like, McGregor's going to be in a world of hurt in that case. Like, McGregor can grapple. Remember, he grappled early on in his career. So it's not like he's totally, like, he doesn't know what he's doing, being on top or in someone's guard. But it's just that if he's not expecting it against Holloway and Holloway's prepared and trained for that, I think maybe then the fight changes its dynamic completely. You know what I mean? Hey, what's going on? Hugh Fang Ong, I think your name is. Sorry if I butchered that. Hey, what's going on? Nice to see you. M.M, is there any way to improve performance in case of multiple running asteroids? I have a pretty decent PC, I would say, but the game starts stuttering when I colonize 3 or more. Okay, so there are some ways that I think help. They're not ideal, though. One of the things is cut down on pathing. So if you have a lot of like shine bugs or puffs or things that are going to cause this to happen, like see how this shine bug can literally go anywhere? I think this causes a lot of CPU strain. Remember, this game is CPU bound. Like, so I'm running a 9800 X3D, and my CPU usage right now is at 80% on the high end, 40% on the low end. My GPU is 50 degrees right now. It's crazy. It's barely doing any work. So it's these calculations that are really going to bog down your game. Okay, beyond that, like if you are using puffs as part of your playthrough and that's kind of integral to your playthrough, make the room as small as possible so that they don't have a lot of places to go to. Same with all these critters, like all these critters walking around. I mean, this is a little bit easier because pips are just going to a circle. But any sort of navigation like that, you can probably help performance a lot. Also, I've heard, and I've kind of experimented with this as well, and it seems to have helped, that cleaning up your asteroid of all this garbage and just having everything located in one area, like if I just put everything like here, for instance, and just keep emptying these storage bins, that seems to help a ton. A little bit more complicated, but definitely something that will work 100% is cut down on the amount of heat exchanges, gas exchanges, and in general, substance changes and interactions throughout your asteroid. So see how this carbon dioxide is moving around and it's like trying to make its way to the bottom. Every time there's a packet of gas moving around, mixing with chlorine or whatever, this is all calculations that your computer is doing like real time. And I'm almost certain once you get to 3 asteroids and it's doing that same thing on all the asteroids at the same time, there's almost no way that you can manage that. But if you can find a way, I believe you'll get a lot of performance back. So what I started doing on my last playthrough is I actually started to, well, first of all, I dug out my entire asteroid, and then I started to compress all my gas together by building my walls in. I didn't finish because it took so long. I actually just abandoned the asteroid after like 2,200 cycles or so. So I never got it done, but I want to say that I built in a good portion and I started compressing all the gases and temperature exchanges together. And I want to say it kind of helped with the performance a tad. But if you were running 3 asteroids and all the asteroids were only calculating things that are going on in a space this big, then it's basically 3 asteroids the size of this base would equal 1 full asteroid, kind of that kind of thing. So I think that would also really, really help. But yeah, that's a little bit more difficult, I understand. So there's no real way other than keeping your base clean, trying to keep your critters from flying around all over the place, and your fish too. Like your fish can go everywhere, right? So you got to consider that. Like all these fish have these algorithms that they're constantly calculating, and I think that makes a big difference. So this is all coming from, I don't have any PC knowledge or programming knowledge. This is all coming from just strictly what I believe to be things that can help. So take it with a grain of salt, but I hope that does help you, because I know it can be really a pain in the ass to deal with, leggy gameplay, especially if you're trying to colonize a whole bunch of different planets. So anyways, hopefully that helps you out. Beyond that, unfortunately, I'm not sure what would be ideal or helpful. Okay, let's just deconstruct all this. I don't know what I did here with my wiring to make it like so weird, but we'll remove this, bring in the heavy watt to these metal refineries, and then bring it all the way down this way. And we'll connect that. Okay, so this looks like it's gonna be running, chat. Finally. Just finished my industrial brick. Your guide was very helpful. Awesome. Thank you so much. That guide is so old. I'm glad that it was helpful. I've improved a lot on my videos since I made that. I always love it when people come by and comment on my old videos because I'm so glad that they're still helpful to the community. In my last playthrough, it was very visible when I had kind of a natural zoo on one of my planets, so I simply had to murder them next time. Yeah, I definitely think that they contribute a lot of lag. But I assume there's not some known command to use better CPU or something along those lines. Some games had it in the past. Well, as to my understanding, this game uses only like 1 or 2 cores or something. Again, I'm not a computer person, but from my understanding, that's just the way it is. And so if you have 8 cores available, there's not, to my understanding, a way to make it use everything. Otherwise, the game would probably run flawlessly, to be honest. especially if you have very high core speeds for, for your CPU. There's a fast track mod. Okay, I've never heard of the fast track mod. Something that I gotta look into. Let me write that down on my notepad here. Actually, no, I have heard of it. No, I take that back. It's just I don't know what it does. So Vitaly asks, is weed legal in Canada? Yes. For like 10 years now, it's been legal in Canada. I've been contemplating doing a THC Oni stream because I think that would be hilarious, but I would be so boring. I think it would be, yeah, it wouldn't go too well. when I'm on THC, I'm very numb to everything. Okay, so I was going to build a lavatory here for the bionic duplicates. Let's continue with that. Which I'm looking for. What am I looking for? What's the thing called for bionic duplicates? Stations should be under. Where's the lavatory? This is going to be in. Why am I having such a hard time remembering where this is? Okay, lavatory's here. A gunk extractor. That's what it is. So gunk extractors. Build a couple of these guys. I'm not going to have too many biodupes to start, and they're all going to be on different schedules. So, actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll build 3. No, 2's fine. 2's fine. And then we'll build a storage area here for the gunk. The gunk is pretty important. We'll need it at the beginning when we first start to take on the biodupes. So we'll put the gunk maybe somewhere here. We'll open this up. Close this off. So this should be a... Yeah, this is going to be a washroom. I don't know, can biodupes use the shower? I feel like they can't, but it'd be kind of funny if they did. Nope, let's not do that. Let's move this one over one more. Take this off. We'll put a pitcher pump in here. Remove this. Build some ladders. Okay, and then we'll build a processing machine here for all the gunk. So refinement. We want to make the gunk into, so the apothecary, I think it is. Apothecary. I always say that wrong. So we can make gear bomb or something. I started a playthrough where I modified Galaxy to have quite a few medium-sized asteroids. Let's see how it goes. For now, I am the first asteroid, so no issues yet. Okay, that'll be fun. A fun experiment to see. What have you modified? Oh, I guess just the size, like anything else to do with the. So I need water and gunk. Okay, so. Hey, what's up, Sean? Nice to see you. Happy Wednesday. How are you doing tonight, Sean? And hello, Keen. What's going on, Keen Basti? Welcome. How are you doing? Happy Wednesday, everybody. I think I finally... So those of you who are just joining, I'm pretty sure I finally gonna have my industrial brick functioning this episode. So pretty happy with the progress that we've made so far. Let me just give you a little bit of a rundown. By the way, while I do this little bit of a catch-up for those of you who just joined, please be sure to hit the like button on YouTube and follow me on Twitch if you are not already followed. I play Ani several times a week, and I have a YouTube channel where I do videos exclusively helping new players out. Okay, so quick catch-up. Industrial brick is coming along. I just have to bring power here, and then I can start building, or I can start making some metal. Actually, Dyronar is already working, so we'll see how that ends up. I just need some power in here. We have the access to oil now, albeit not very much oil, but access to oil nonetheless. What else have I worked on? 2 duplicants speed their pants earlier on, so that was interesting. Not very fun to deal with, but it is what it is. And then I have, I'm building metal tiles all the way across here so my duplicants can move a little bit faster because there's obviously a lot of running back and forth that they're doing. So I'm hoping that this kind of helps them out a little bit in this endeavor of going all the way down here to get oil. So probably going to go straight up. Well, I can't go straight because I have salt water here, but I'll figure it out. Maybe I'm just going to leave this in place and then just build tiles across. Maybe maybe what the ideal scenario here is to build some ladders up here and then get the hydrogen to sort of seed itself into this location. Something like that. And then basically, I just don't want the hydrogen to go all over the place. I know it's already here a little bit, but I'd rather have it isolated. So if I need the hydrogen for Drecos in the future, it's very easy to harvest. Gunk extractor, that's what I was looking at. Could skip the gear bomb since you already have oil. Oh, that's a good point, for sure. I just wanted the gear bomb as a backup. Obviously, gunk is more useful for other things in the game, but just a backup, just in case. But that's a great point. I can make a lubrication station probably right here. Not the ideal location. I'll probably end up moving it later, but for now, this seems to be a pretty good spot. So we got a washroom. We'll make a lubrication station in this area. We'll make 2, and then we'll put the oil right below it, I think. Can I put the oil right below it? Will that fit? Yes, it will. Perfect. So something like this. And then, of course, I want to, as soon as I get the bionic duplicates, I want them to already have... Oh, I should put this in here, right? The lubrication station would actually work really good in the washroom. So anyways, I'll change that later. It's not hard to move those around. I'll just connect one for the time being. So we'll put a bottle drainer in here. I basically made my playthrough where I got all the DLC planets in medium sized, so each of them have a full scale base. Oh, that's really cool, actually. Good idea. I was a bit disappointed by base scenario 4 Spaced Out, where you only have a main asteroid plus 2 others. Every other asteroid was just small and basically not worth to build any kind of base on. That's true. On my last playthrough, I did something similar. I tried to build a base on every single one of the small ones, but it was very difficult, mostly from the lack of materials. And some of them were almost next to impossible, like the lava one. Not impossible, but it just required a lot of time investment that I didn't plan on seeing through, especially since I wanted to start a new DLC or a new playthrough by that point, unfortunately. But they are pretty small. I wish you did have a scenario where they were all medium-sized. Actually, that would be really cool. So you're supposed to run metal refinery to build the rest of the brick. So you're supposed to run a metal refinery to build the rest of the brick. So, well, what I'm doing is, with my metal refinery, just sort of an FYI, I have it, most of the heat should be going into the steam room. So right now the oil is circulating through here. I gotta fix that and turn it around. And then, so it comes out at a very hot, and then it goes inside the steam room. And then the metal refinery itself shouldn't get very, very hot like the oil does. So it can be cooled inside the main chamber of the industrial brick. However, it does seem to be generating a little bit of heat. I'm not sure what that's from, but it just went from 28 degrees to 31. So I guess it does, in fact, put a little bit of heat into its immediate surroundings. Or that could just be from the Oh, that's probably from the iron. Actually, yeah, that's what it is. So obviously I have to cool this area, otherwise this will eventually continue to heat up non-stop, since there's nothing opposing that heating currently. This is entirely vacuumed out. Oh, that's not true. It was vacuumed out, but now there's polluted oxygen in here. So I don't know how that happened. I vacuumed it out last episode, I'm pretty sure, but that's okay. I'm going to be cooling it with its own aqua tuner anyways. So something like this. Probably put this into here. Put some liquid, radiant liquid piping. Maybe, doesn't have to be very, very long right now. This is, yeah, that's probably going to be fine. Something like this. For now, for the time being, right? This is going to change, obviously, as I improve the setup. We'll do the bypass out of coquina, and then we'll bring this around like that. And then we'll do a thermal sensor here. and then connect it like so. And this is going to cool the atmosphere in this area. Obviously, I'll make this run a lot bigger in the future. Probably go all the way around the exterior and through the flooring. And as the industrial brick grows, that's kind of the idea. Okay, what else? Let's see here. So this is good to go. This needs oil, right? Gear oil. Okay, so this is okay, I got everything set up. Gear bombs, lubrication station, gunk extractor. Oh, the gun goes in here. Okay, cool. I got everything set up for bio dupes. The sink, I don't really care about the sink working at this point. What else? Get some shine bugs in here. Grab these guys. And then I want to start making some, what is it called? This is the soldering station. Not metal power banks. What's that skill called for the basic swimming? Not that one. Where is it? So bionic duplicants can learn a swimming skill from a booster. Just wondering if I have that unlocked already. I probably do. Just wondering. Booster. Here's a swimming hack. Yep, swimming hack booster. All right, sweet. Okay, so we're basically all good to go for bionic duplicants. Probably will take them next episode, though. Not going to worry about keeping an eye on them just now. I'll take the Phlox, I guess. And then, yeah, we'll see how they fare on this asteroid. I just brute force it and build it in one go. That's totally fine. Yeah, everyone it plays differently, right? So, whatever works for you. Whatever works for you. I like doing things. I'm more like kind of slower. I don't want to say methodical. It's not really the right word because I do make a lot of mistakes. But I'm a little bit of a more slow-paced Oni player, so I tend to not take on too many duplicants, even though I should have some more at this point. I get distracted really easily. Let's just say that. So it's not productive for me to take on a lot of duplicants and make a lot of errors with them. That being said, I do have plenty of food at this point and plenty of oxygen to support them. So usually I'll wait quite a long time until my base is very, very stable before I start taking on too many people. But everyone plays different, right? That's what's so great about this game. I always allude to this, is that you can play however you like and it's probably going to work. Why do we have no power here? This is not good. I'm surprised that this must be just recent. How come we have no power? Oh, this got deconstructed. That's interesting. There's a pretty cool mod which allows you to do basically anything when it comes to star map, even increase in general size. What's the mod called? Keen says, I'm doing well. That industrial brick is looking good. Thank you so much, Keen. I'm supposed to finish my Verdante save file and ended up doing 200 cycles in my Frosty Planet save instead. So how do you feel about switching back and forth between save files? Do you ever get confused? Because just before I came on stream today, I was doing a recording for the Overly Explained series, and immediately when I loaded this save in, I was like mixing myself up with the different features of the different save files, and I was like, isn't there something that I'm supposed to be doing immediately here? There was a gold volcano on my last save that I had to address because it was about to erupt in 3 cycles. And I was like looking for it. I was looking around, I couldn't find it. I was like, oh yeah, that's from a different save file. I think it helps if you build a metal refinery out of isolating materials, a ceramic. Oh, for sure it does, yeah. So I built it out of coquina, which seems to work pretty well. Now that being said, the steam room itself is what's going to get hot. The industrial brick is going to be cold. So I'm not too worried about like the industrial brick, like this area being like in a bad shape. I'm more worried about the heat being generated from the steam room. So we're going to see how that goes. I haven't used coquina before, and I haven't compared it to ceramic either. So let's just do a quick check. So ceramic. So this has a thermal conductivity of 0.62. And if we do coquina, it's 1.5. So pretty far away in terms of, that's almost double, right? So we'll see how it works. Now let's compare that to igneous rock, for instance. Igneous rock has 2. So it should be better than igneous rock. Should be. Hey, what's going on, Fitz? Nice to see you. I think it helps if you build... Oh, sorry. I already got that one. Is there a trick to storage other than tons of little storage containers? Yes, Jur Henning. Nice to see you. So what I do with storage is instead of having all those bins, I just have... Well, first of all, I have the bins available. Then I just drop the material on the ground. And then everything just ends up accumulating together. Or you could have something like... Let's see... You could have something like this, an automatic dispenser set to sweep only, and having a pit where everything that you sweep goes into that pit that's filled with liquid, and then the liquid will stop things from off-gassing in that pit. You don't have to have the liquid, but a lot of people do the liquid. So those are the 2 tricks. I never use a massive storage area. Swimming hack will give them negative morale and stress. Okay, I did not know that. So it's a good thing that I'm not taking them this episode. We'll endure the chaos next episode. Timing is terrible. Same time as always, Fitz. Or is your timing terrible? Nice to see you, by the way. Welcome to the stream. Mod to manage your star map is called Cluster Generation Manager. Okay, got it. I'm going to look that up. Add it to my... thank you so much, M.M. Terrible news, by the way. I may not be able to see your streams out Wednesdays, hopefully for the best. Oh, what's going on? Well, if it's for the best, that's good news then, right? What's happening that today? Good thing today wasn't Factorio. Sounds like you got some good news then, Fitz, if it's for the best. Nice that you do not really have to set anything. You can, for example, say this Asher will have 1 to 3 random traits and will spawn at any hex on the map. Really nice spawn. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out. Maybe the next playthrough that I'll do, I'll incorporate some of the mod features. That would be kind of fun. Okay, let's get this filled with polluted water. I'm excited to go back to the Factorio, but I've been doing really good on the recording off stream for videos, so I haven't got a chance to play anything yet. Anything with regards to that. So the last progress that you guys have seen on Factorio is exactly where I am still. Okay, this can all be dumped back into here. I don't think I need to worry about this too much. Put that there. Deconstruct this. I don't think I need this for the time being, and I can take out this metal refinery also. I'm done with this metal refinery, thank goodness. Now the only thing is, again, my duplicates have to go so far in order to get to here, so I have to start rectifying this as well. So otherwise it's going to take forever for them to work here. I don't need it to be this high, actually. I can probably go a little bit lower, probably something like this. So it's mostly a straight run, is what I'm thinking. And then also, I don't think I need... I could probably cover this with tiles. I'm not sure if it'll overpressurize. Like it continues to do this thing where it overfills, right? So what I think I'm going to do, wait till it drains all the way, see how much space I have. Maybe I'm going to take this out. Thank you for your services, old metal refinery. Yeah, salute the old metal refinery. Yeah, I can definitely take this out and I'll be okay. Take this out too. Let the water drain over a little bit. It's already big enough. One thing about the dispenser is that it's not a sweep only to have unreachable stuff for the duplicants. Otherwise, they'll grab them. I do that for the things that off-gas. Yes, for sure. So what Fitz is talking about, in case my reading wasn't correct, is if you don't have it on, like if you just have it on, let's say, rot pile. It's not the best example because these guys will eat the rot pile. But let's say salt. And if you have it not on sweep only, the duplicants will continuously bring all the salt to here, but they'll also pick up the salt that drops in to wherever you're putting it if they can reach it. So it's really important to use the automatic dispenser on sweep only unless you've already accounted for this, not glitch, it's not really a glitch, but a game mechanic. Your timing is terrible. That's okay, Fitz. I'm happy to have you here, even if you're not here for the start. By the way, we were discussing last time if Arbor tree seed can drop from printing pod, and I can confirm without any mods spaced out. Okay, cool. So I was under the assumption that Arbor Seed trees could drop. And I remember this conversation, actually. I was almost certain that I've gotten Arbor Tree seeds before from the pod, but I will acknowledge that I think it's usually after a certain amount of cycles, because the pod won't give you stuff you don't have, I think. You can correct me if I'm wrong there, but I think it takes a certain amount of cycles for it to start giving you things out of like the pool of the entire game, versus if you're very early on, it's almost like obviously it would be massively game breaking, or not game breaking, but like it would be unfair, I guess, maybe to the progression system if you were to able to get an Arbor Tree seed immediately at the start of your game to start feeding pips or something. Hey, what's up? The cat's here. We got a cat. She's coming meowing. She's all vocal. Let's see if I can get her on stream again. So we had Cat on stream earlier. It's Lily, by the way. And she's back. She's meowing and she's excited. Where'd you go? Come here. So for those of you who missed Lily earlier, we might have another Lily appearance. Come here. I'm going to try to get her to come on my lap. So I'm not like... Just sit here. Just sit still. Nope, she's not gonna. She's not going to do it. She's meowing like she wants to play, but she knows I'm busy. She just does not care. During the week, I'm almost certain I won't see at least the start of the stream, but the end, because I might get tired AF. Okay, well that's understandable, Fitz. You know, like, you know, people have lives and work and all that stuff and family. So no, it's totally okay if you are, you know, busy doing other stuff. I'm not ever going to think negatively of that. But if you can't make it, or if you're tired, you know, I totally understand. So I just like having you around whenever you do show up, so come by whenever you feel like it. I would love to stream more on the weekends. I hope that one day I can. Hope that one day I can stream more. Oh no, the cat's on the light again. Please do not knock the light over. But yeah, and that goes out to anyone too. Like, you don't have to be a regular or whatever. If you are busy or whatever, you don't have to apologize for not being here. I'm just happy that you show up, right? Like these streams are a lot of fun, but you know, like, obviously I don't want you guys to feel like you're obligated to be here. So come by whenever you feel like it. No, the light just fell. She knocked the light over. Sorry, Chad. I didn't mean to yell into the mic. Just scared the shit out of me. Okay, let me go fix the light. She knocked it over. I knew that was gonna happen too. What are you doing? Oh, I'm gonna end up with a broken key light one day. It's like wobbly now, but I'll have to fix it off stream. And I'm not gonna take too much time. She did this at the end of last stream as well. So I think she knows, like, hey, it's time to get off. But no, I guess I still got another 15 minutes to half an hour. She's just being such a bumhole. Now she's doing something with my fan. Lily, what are you doing? Why don't you come here and hang out? Okay, sorry, chat, if I missed some of your messages here. Share a photo of your meal when you make one. We have a new Discord channel on Discord. Meow, give me some snacks or I'll eat your cable. I should give her some snacks, but I don't want to make it a habit that when she meows, I need to give her a snack. You're ruining my progression. Why don't you just sit on my lap so the chat can see you? Okay, so let's get this going. Polluted water. If she knocks the light over again, I'm just gonna leave it. I don't. She's just gonna keep doing it over and over. Okay, let's get this deconstructed. We'll build some metal tiles all the way across. I don't need all these ladders going down anymore. And then we'll also build a ladder straight through here. Actually, what we'll do is a heavy wire like this. Perfect. And then we'll build a metal tile across. Sort of like this. Just to have our duplicates. Just my duplicates need to be able to run faster. I don't want to have to sweep all this out too while we're in here. Oh, by the way, let's also dig this out since we're in this area. That was the first warning. Trivaldo started Lily. Damn it, Trivaldo. Well, I do get confused for certain files. If I like a certain seed, I usually just give it a stable name. Since my Verdante has 4 iron volcanoes, base camp FE4. That's amazing. 4 volcanoes. I don't think I've ever had 4 iron volcanoes on a map before. That's an amazing roll. Now, obviously, I do know of, what's it called? I do know about maps not included, so I could always find one, I suppose. I guess I just never went out of my way to do that. I linked one vid with fun Devin Larry in the memes. Okay, cool. I will check that out after the stream, Vitaly. I make fun of people whenever they take my picture. They take pictures. If they saw me doing it, they would eat me alive. By the way, sorry if I missed any messages from the Lily incident, please just tag me in the chat and I'll get back to it. It's just a bunch of chaos when she's here. Never-ending chaos. Okay, so making some progress here. Giving my duplicates. She's still here, by the way. She really wants me to play, which I kind of feel bad for blowing her off, but she just has to wait a little bit longer. Just a tiny, tiny bit longer. Oh, this is how I got polluted water in this area, or so polluted oxygen. That's okay. I'll fix that after. At least I have some oxygen in here, right? This is going to be 15 degrees. I don't need to run that at all times. That's fine for now. We have lots of cooling going on. A little bit more carbon dioxide would actually be good in here. So I might start delivering the carbon dioxide from here all the way to the end. So all the way to here, I mean. What's the easiest way to do this? Maybe run it through here. I can go straight through. And then come out here. Are you chewing any cables? Okay, you better not be chewing some cables. I'm going to be very upset. Very, very upset if you chew cables. Okay, so carbon dioxide is going to go into here. Do I want to go through here? Yeah, I think I will. Let's take this off and build a insulated tile in this general location. And then we'll come in through here. Sort of like that. We'll build that. We'll wait till that's done. And then obviously, I don't want to have anything but carbon dioxide going in there. So we'll do another filter. Where can I put this? Right here. Filter, boom, boom. And then actually, yeah, we'll put a high pressure gas vent. For now, it's fine. For now, it's fine, chat. Take this off so it doesn't start running before I forget to change the setting. Okay, so chat, maybe 15, 20 minutes. I'll try to make it till 9. Oh, sorry. 2.5 hours for the stream, and then we'll call it there. Just an FYI, I'll be back on Friday to continue Oxygen Unincluded. Looking forward to it. So if you're planning on coming by then, I'll see you then. We'll continue this asteroid. I should have another video on or after Friday. I'm really trying hard to get the Overly Explained series more regular so I can finish that up at some point, and it can be a complete playthrough on my YouTube channel. So keep an eye out for that. Other than that, yeah, that's kind of all the plugs that I have. Make sure you like the stream, please. That would be amazing. And yeah, if you're headed out or if you're just joining and if you're coming back Friday, I'll see you then. But yeah, another 15, 20 minutes, and then we'll call it a stream. Scratches Ethan. Also, Lily 500 snacks. She gets a lot. Well, she's getting medicine right now. I think I talked about this before, but she is she's going in for a tooth surgery in August. So she's getting medicine at the moment. I'm not sure if the medicine is causing her a little bit of, or like, so when the medicine's, it's every 12 hours that she gets this. So I'm not sure if that's causing a little bit of discomfort, perhaps, when the medicine starts to wear down a little bit. I hope not, but I mean, it could very well be the case. So anyways, she has been acting a little bit different because of it. So it affects her nervous system, apparently. So, oh, I don't want to open that up. It's going to be a problem. So I wonder if that's part of the reason she's being like sort of a bumhole lately. She's maybe not doing it intentionally, but maybe due to the fact that she is just a little bit different because of the medication. Beacons. No, I don't want beacons. Sorry. Actually, you know what? I'll take the beacons, and then we'll. Okay, look away, chat. We're just gonna take care of the beacons right here. More fish fillet. Have you guys watched the Orville? I have no idea what the Orville is. Where would I find the Orville? Like, what streaming platform? I wasn't thinking much of it, but it's a very enjoyable show. Cables equals snacks, 100%. This honoring Factorio Fridays again. I see. I might play Factorio on Friday. We'll see. I'm sort of torn between games right now. So, might do it on Friday or Sunday. Definitely one of the 2 days. Hopefully, I was gonna say, hopefully I can stream it on some other time. I keep saying this, but so I'm not gonna keep promising it. But I want to stream it on either early morning Sunday or Saturday. But I have to get a video out before then in order to do that. If I can get a video out before the weekend, then I don't have to use what little time I have on the weekend to make the video. Then I can stream for a couple hours early in the morning. Like, I would love to do an Oni stream early in the morning, so I can be online for some of the people that are not in the same time zone as all you guys are. Be fun to hang out with people across the world that can't make the streams regularly. So, not to say that I don't like hanging out with you guys, but you know what I mean, right? So I want to be able to get some Oni streams in on early morning weekends at some point in the future. And then that would leave the door open for like a Factorio Sunday evening stream or something like that, right? So to be more regular. But I have to be better with my video cadence in order to do that, because what little time I do have during the week to play has to go to either streaming or video editing or recording, etc. Right? So that's kind of what my dilemma is. Disney Plus. Okay, no, I have not heard of it. Meanwhile, I'm that one skeleton at the bottom of the ocean waiting for Factorio. Well, I wouldn't mind streaming Factorio also on the weekend. Maybe early on. Maybe see if we get some more people for it. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm definitely going to play Factorio either Friday or Sunday. So one of the two. But now that I think of it, Fitz, I might prefer to do it Sunday, because I know you really enjoy Factorio, and if you can't make it on Friday nights, then I would rather do it Sunday, so you can actually be there for it. We all know you hate us. No, I don't hate you guys. Are those slicksters getting cramped? Yeah, they're kind of just in here not doing very well right now. I haven't been paying attention to them as much as I should be, to be honest with you. I should put a door in here. I didn't plan on having the slicksters here, by the way. They kind of just showed up one day. So he just greatly dislikes us, not hate. Let's get this long hair slickster egg out of here. I actually like the long hair slicksters. I don't care if they eat oxygen. So I like to have the extra decor. Put one in here. So yeah, I would definitely prefer to do it Sunday if you can't make the Friday stream, Fits, because you are one of the people who does like to come by for the Factorio. So I would prefer to make it available make it available live for someone who is going to be here for it. I know it's not everyone, like I'm known for Ani, so it makes sense to me that people on Fridays would prefer to see Ani. Obviously, it makes total sense. But I also want to play Factorio because I really enjoy it, and you guys really like it as well. So I think we'll do that going forward, or at least for this weekend. We'll do Factorio on Sunday. All right, so this is pretty good. We're getting rid of the carbon dioxide that's built up here. Actually, this can just be totally emptied. It's all carbon dioxide that's left, and then this can be started to get cooled. Let's wait until 150. Let's try to get this heated up a little bit more. Anyways, we can keep going with iron now. We can do a kiln in here. Probably put the kiln in here once we have steam. I don't really want to put it in this area. Actually, it wouldn't hurt to put the kiln here. Where else do I have a kiln? Oh, I have it way in here. Yeah, let's put one in right here. Right here. Just build a couple of things for it. And then obviously we'll make this a little bit more automated in the future, but for now I'm not too worried about having it super robust. Let's make some steel as well. I got refined carbon, lime. Oh, that's what I need, lime for steel as well. I forgot that that's a huge lime sink. Playing until 1:50 a.m. Nice. Yeah, I'm almost done Crimson Riots. Almost done. Why not both? I would love to play both at the same time. I once had a friend in high school. I was at my friend's house, and we were playing with this guy named Doug. I think I wasn't playing personally, but my friend Chris was playing with a guy named Doug on I think it was StarCraft or something. I don't know, World of Warcraft. I don't know. It was one of those really elaborate games where you have to like pay attention, and I never played either, so I know, shame on me for not playing World of Warcraft back in the day. But anyways, moving past that point, and then so we played with Doug, StarCraft or whatever, and then we come to school the next day and we're talking to my other friend Steve, and we're like, hey, so what'd you do last night? We were playing StarCraft with Doug. And then I remember Steve saying like, what? No, I was playing with Doug. I was playing whatever. He was playing their own game. I'm kind of ruining the story because I don't know how to tell it properly. But then he was playing another game that's very I think it's Diablo or something. Another intense game that you have to like focus on. So this guy Doug was playing with the both of us at the exact same time. So he had a 2-monitor setup as well. And we're like, dude, how does this guy do that? How do you play something like StarCraft and then another intensive game that you have to pay attention to? So I would love to have that ability to play multiple games at the same time. That would be hilarious. I don't have that mental capacity though. I hardly have mental capacity to play this game without messing up. Okay, let's make some refined carbon here. Get that started a little bit. World of Warcraft. Yeah, I never played World of Warcraft. I know. It's unfortunate. Whoa, what's up with all the polluted oxygen? Where's all this coming from? Oh, it came out of here. Oh. That's okay. That's all right. It's not the end of the world. There's no germs in it. My duplicants will breathe that and it'll be fine. Hey, thank you so much, Crimson Riots, with the 50-bit cheer. Thank you, Crimson Riots. Appreciate that. Here's a cheers for you, Crimson Riots. Haven't had a Esca sip in a minute on Twitch, so cheers. So Fitz says, to be fair, as much as I enjoy Factorio, you know I stay here because of you, right? It's okay if you decide to play Ani. Play Factorio, though. Thank you so much, Fitz. Yes, I am aware that people come by to see me and not the game, which I really, really appreciate. Like, that is just so cool that I never would have thought, honestly, when I started this live. I started streaming about a year ago, chat, and I never would have thought that people would come by to see me. I thought streaming would last for maybe, because, okay, so I'll give you guys a little bit of a history of how I got into streaming. If you've been around the channel for a long time, you probably know this, but so last year around this time, I got into streaming because people on my YouTube comments were like, hey, we really want to see you stream. Come stream Ani on YouTube or Twitch or whatever. And I was a little bit apprehensive at first because I thought, well, I mean, I don't know if people are gonna really come by for that a whole bunch. Like, you know, I'll try it, I guess. So I bought myself a really cheap camera. I always had a good mic. I always had the Shure for recording videos. But I was like, yeah, I'll give it a go, right? Who knows? Maybe it'll turn into something fun. And sure enough, it was fun. I was super grateful that on my very first stream, I had people here. Like, I would have never thought that was going to be the case. I thought I would, start streaming. Maybe somebody will come by every so often and say hi, and I'd be streaming too. I would just be talking to myself the whole time. And if that was the case, honestly, I probably would have stopped streaming a long time ago. The fact that you guys show up is the reason I keep doing this. It's a lot of fun to hang out with chat. And in the same way that you, Fitz, say, you come by for me, I come back for you guys because I didn't think streaming would last a year, let alone, I didn't think streaming would last a month, let alone a year. So it's just been an amazing journey to do that. I should actually look up when my first stream was last year, since we're near the end of the play today. Let me just kind of check if I can find it real quick. I'm just very curious now when I did my very, very first live stream. So my oldest live stream, wow, look at the quality of that camera. 10 months ago, so not quite a year ago, It was August 9th was my very first live stream. And I was facing the wrong way. That's so funny. I was facing away from the game. So I did that for a long time. So now I'm like facing the direction on your screen of the game. I like that a lot more. So yeah. That's kind of how my first stream went. I had people there the very first day. Not a lot of people, granted. Like, you know, it took time to grow the audience, people coming by and hanging out. But it's been a wild journey. And to those of you who've been here since the start, thank you so much. Because, like I said, if I was just streaming to nobody, I probably just wouldn't stream, because I could just make videos and, you know, place my time in there instead. But it's been so much fun hanging out with the chat, you know, doing these playthroughs. You know, it's a great time. So thank you to everyone who's came by for the past 10 months and who's discovered me along the way. I know some of you are OGs, some of you are more recent, but no matter when you joined, you're all welcome in the community here, and it's been a lot of fun. Okay, so what's going on here? We have nothing going on actually. Let's make some more steel. See how the temperature's doing. Not bad, not too bad. No steam in here yet. So the water's getting a little bit hotter, but not quite hot enough yet to start making steam. All you're hearing is skill issue. Seriously, StarCraft 2 is mentally draining torture. And so is... Hey, thank you so much, Sunday, for the follow on Twitch. Welcome to the stream, Sunday. I'm just about to end the stream. So if you're just joining, I'm actually going to put a little text on screen here, just so in case anyone's joining late. We'll be ending the stream pretty shortly here. I think, okay, I got the industrial brick running. It's a very small industrial brick to start with. I'm going to be adding a lot more stuff in here. It's probably going to grow as well over time. But I'm very happy that I got this running last stream. I thought it was going to take a lot longer. That guy named Nobody, a crying face. Well, yeah, it's I know it's a struggle. See, here's why I'm so grateful, because I see so many people streaming who are streaming to, like, you know, 1 or 2, like basically there's nobody showing up to their streams, and it's unfortunate because there's a lot of small streamers who provide really good content, and it's very hard to get into the algorithm. I was so lucky that people showed up like almost instantly. And, you know, granted, there's people that don't come here anymore. There's a lot of people that come by every so often. There's people that don't come around anymore, which is fine. Like, that's the way life is. People move on. But I feel blessed that I had people right away. I don't think it would mentally I could have done it if I was trying to grow the stream from like just from having no fans at the start and you know, streaming to 0 people for a long time. That would be really rough for me anyway. I mean, I'm sure it's easy for some people if you're just like playing the game and turning on the camera and the mic. I understand there's that aspect to it as well, but obviously I want to grow. Like, the whole point of YouTube for me is to continue to build a community, because I love making the videos, right? I love helping people out play the game. And if I can do that on stream as well, or provide some sort of entertainment, then that's like ideally what I'm doing this for, right? Is to make someone else's day a little bit better. So it's really tough to get into streaming, like extraordinarily tough. And again, I'm just so super grateful that you guys are here, because it's not easy. It's really not easy if you're not streaming to anybody. So Sunday says, hi from Thailand. First time catching this live. Love your tutorials. Thank you so much, Sunday. That is so awesome to hear. How are you doing in Thailand today? What time is it in Thailand, by the way? Stringer says, I thought about streaming, but I'm scared of disappointment. My videos can average like 100 views. So you're like, man. Well, it's very, very hard, Stringer. And I think, you know what? Your commentary is very good. I think that you do well on streaming. Now, you know, you have, again, it's about getting into the algorithm, which is so unpredictable and so difficult, I would say. Oh, this is why this is where all this is coming from. Well, that's just silly, isn't it? Let me just unplug that. So that's where I think that I got super lucky, is because I built a YouTube audience for my videos, but then I was able to have people come by finding me through the algorithm as well, right? So that's why I don't take this for granted, because I know how hard it is. Like, I know there's people out there that are trying to grow their audience base from like 0 viewers, and it's incredibly difficult. So I don't blame you for being nervous about it, to be honest. It's so hard. Now, I do think that your commentary is very good, and I think that you would do ultimately you would do well in streaming, because, you know, think about what you enjoy from a streamer. You want to have, I know I'm not always the best at like avoiding stuttering, but you want to have, for the most part, somebody who is interesting to listen to. Maybe they have interesting takes on the game. Maybe they have interesting things to talk about. Maybe they're just able to talk about and articulate what they're doing, and that's something that people enjoy. So as long as you can fill a category there, or, you know, be interactive with the chat or something, that's kind of how I approach streaming as well. What do I expect from a streamer when I get to their chat? You know, I expect them to be polite. Not, you know, to an extent. I'm not saying like, you know, don't be demeaning, don't be rude to your viewers. Be grateful for the people, like, because you guys are exchanging your time to be here, right? So I'm trying to give you a good, fun experience, while at the same time, you know, making sure that you feel welcome here. You know what I mean? So basically, I treat people how you would want to be treated in the streaming environment. And I think that your videos, like, by the way, if you haven't seen Factorio videos from Stringer 207, you should go check them out. But I haven't been keeping up because I've recently got into Factorio, so I didn't want to be spoiled on how to play or whatever, right? But in general, I think, Stringer, you do well as long as the algorithm can, you know, help you get there. It's a two-way street with the algorithm, unfortunately. But you have a very good way of talking about what you're doing, and you also have a good voice for talking on stream. So, like Loxtech. Loxtech is another one who comes by on my stream. He uploads Oni videos. His commentary is so good. I absolutely love his comment. If you haven't checked, I don't know his full YouTube channel off the top of my head, but Loxtech, he does Oni videos. Such a good commentator, and I think he deserves way more views than he's getting. And that's kind of what my point is that you can be somebody very interesting and good, but if the algorithm doesn't help you out, you're sort of stuck, right? And that's very unfortunate. So that's why I always say, like, I'm super grateful for, like, getting so lucky. But yeah, that's kind of my whole spiel on that. You know, I hope that, I don't know, that's not really helpful. It's not really any sort of advice. It's just, I think you'd be very good Stringer ultimately. Crimson Ride says, you the best, Ethan. Thank you so much, Crimson Rides. You think I can install an outlet? Have a great evening. I think you can. Absolutely. Go search a YouTube video on how to do it. It's so easy. Just make sure you turn off the breaker. That's it. You'll be fine. Fitz says, well, it's not like people don't know you, though I got here for no reason at all. I only really subscribed because you started streaming. Really? That's awesome to hear, Fitz. Weird Tokenish Figure says, Ethan's still waiting for your state of the video games. Oh, yes, that's right. That's right. So I put that on the back burner to get the last overly explained out, because I know fans have been waiting for that for over a month. That's also the next video, another episode of that. And then I'm going to do the video on the state of video game, which I'm really depressed about, by the way. It's not like a solution video or what to do. It's just more like, wow, are we really here? Are we really seeing the downfall of gaming as it is, as we know it? And I think we are. I think the millennials, which I think most of the people in chat are, like myself, I think we lived through the golden age of gaming, and it will never come back to that. And I'm very sad about that. There might be a different golden age for, 10 years from now. But the way things are with price, anyways, this will all be in the video, okay? This will all be in the video. It's just very, very sad, and I'm so sad about it that I'm making a video on it on my Ani channel. So, anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy that when it comes out. It's not meant to be a happy, positive video, unfortunately. It's meant to be more of just like, hey, is this really happening? And are people really going to let this happen who have any sort of authority or power? That's kind of what the video is going to be about. But I'm sure you've seen variations of the topic on YouTube about Sony no discs, Xbox laying off 20% of their workforce, all that stuff. That's horrible. Consoles becoming out of reach for people to buy. PCs are insanely expensive, etc. So anyways, I'm going to call it there for the stream. So I'm going to stop the gameplay for tonight. I will catch up with the chat, though. The chat's really active right now, but I'm just going to answer all the questions and get to everybody. But we're going to end the stream for the game for today. All right, so we'll end it there. If you guys are heading out, just FYI, I will read all the messages. If you guys don't want to stick around for that, that's cool. I'll be back on Friday night for more Ani. All right, so I'll see you then if you're not going to stick around. Other than that, I'll get to I'm going to read through all the chat and see what you guys are saying. So yeah, I will get to that video, Weird Tokenish Figure. I will also check that out, Vitaly, in the Discord. Thank you for posting that. Luck is a factor as well, but I would say you could try at least maybe 6-month project. That's true too. Stringer also says nudity hell. I think you're on the wrong platform for nudity, but I won't disagree with you. Stringer says pretty much every streamer said luck is a major factor. The algorithm, the right people seeing it, getting interaction, a lot of RNG. Yes, unfortunately, that's the case. Very, very luck involved. Like, for example, on Twitch today, very good numbers on Twitch for me. I think I peaked at 20. I was at mostly 15. Now we're back down to 11, I guess, because the stream's ending. I normally, like, the first 6 months of streaming on Twitch, I was at like 1 or 2 viewers every single day. Essentially, any streamer's entertainer. It's a skill to a degree, but a big part of it is a personal trait. That's true, 100%. Like, no one here that's streaming to, like, that has the community of my size is like born an entertainer, right? We're all kind of here doing what we love. Like, I love Oxygen Not Included. I want to share that with people. That's why I make videos. So these other folks that are like sort of my age or maybe younger but similar size audiences, we're trying to fit in. We're trying to find our niche and seeing where we fit in. And we're all just, it's kind of like everyone's just a regular person that's just got something to share, right? Definitely good engagement. I think I'll think about it a little bit more. I would definitely come by, Stringer, on your stream, and it'd be fun. I think you have a very good way of speaking and articulating what's on screen and what's happening. consoles are too pricey nowadays. Yeah, they're brutal. This is the worst it's ever been, guys. I don't know what's going on. Like, I do know what's going on, but I don't know how to fix it. And it's not up to me to make that call anyways. But I don't know how executives who are not like, somebody has to come in and just start making good games again, good AAA games to set the bar higher and at a cadence that is similar to what we saw 10 years ago. Like right now, the market is surviving off remakes and remasters. That's not sustainable. And then we're charging full price for these games as well. And then the consoles are expensive. There's nothing new coming out. You know, like it's a brutal time to be alive, well, for gaming. 20 years ago was peak, I think. I don't know. I think we are getting better games than ever. Only depressing area in gaming are MMOs because it's hard to make one. Okay, so I should rephrase that. I think you're right that we are getting good games, but a lot of the games are just not like they're very heavily monetized, and I think that drives a lot of people away from calling them classics in the same way that games 20 years ago were. And I think that's where the disconnect is starting to like finally I think the gamers are at a breaking point where the cost to have fun in a game is no longer sustainable, right? So games are good, yes, I agree, but I should have been more elaborate in the sense that I think the problem is occurring because of how much money it costs to have fun, right? That's where the disconnect is. You can only move the Venn diagram so far apart before they no longer intersect. Like, too expensive and fun have to intersect a lot in gaming. Or sorry, cost effective and fun, right? If you think of like two circles. I guess I'll have to play Factorio and Ani forever. That wouldn't be the worst thing, to be honest. You're probably gonna have to start a new start in something. Already balls deep in Factorio. Yeah, your Factorio playthrough is very long. I would say that getting on trends is a good idea. Like if the Aquatic Planet trend was really big in Ani for a lot of, not just for me, like it was my best month on YouTube, but a lot of other people as well. The Aquatic Planet was a big boost. So getting on trends is a good way to get into something like that. Joey says, as a 47-year-old, I feel like the early days of Nintendo were golden age of video games. Yeah, I think like 20 years and like 20 to 30 years ago was the peak. Like Nintendo was peak. I would say PS1 was peak, and PS2 was like they were all sort of, they had their own merit for being peak, right? Maybe depending on exactly which console you had, you would think a little bit differently of it. But as a whole, the games were like, there was hundreds of games every year. Not all of them were good, but there was hundreds of games. So you had your pickings, right? It wasn't like you were waiting for one game a year. They weren't monetized like they are today. So you could buy a game and have the full experience. They weren't all remakes, right? So like the people like me and you who've already played games from 20 years ago had something new to play all the time. It wasn't just something that we've already played, but with slightly better graphics. And I think the big one is just the monetization. It was easier to have fun in each game, and it was also easier to get games. Like consoles, historically, if you waited 3 years, 4 years, 5 years after a console, you'd be able to get that console for cheaper. You'd be able to get bundles, right? Like, where are the bundles? When was the last time you saw each retailer have their own holiday bundle for Xbox or PlayStation? I never see that. Maybe it's just my area. I don't know if it's just a Canada thing, but bundles are so long gone, right? Now it's like, okay, the games are full priced. The consoles are more expensive than they were at launch. Like, where does it end? Where does it end? Tia Crimson Riots, have a good rest of your night. Thank you so much for the 50 bits once again. Steam is a godsend. Yeah, Steam is is the equalizer right now. Trickster, great stream, Ethan. Great to catch you live. See ya, Trickster. Thank you for coming by. State of gaming and software situation is mostly because of DRM right now. Yeah, I would agree. With regards to streaming, just do it like Ethan, gamble. Yeah. It's not just gaming, to be fair. Late stage capitalism is inevitable. It's going to cause the next world war. I hope we never get to that. I might even start doing that. I mean, why not? That's fits. People are angry at the greed and lack of innovation in AAA titles. 100%. Love me some RNG chaos. Mono Red Goblin vibes. $80 for digital only. And that's a good point, Crimson Riots. In store, you have competition, right? If you have discs, okay, one retailer might have a sale, the other one might have a sale. They compete. If the marketplace is locked to the Sony store, they can set whatever price that they want. So M says, I do not have a feeling the games are expensive considering how much more development costs, game costs. Oh, for sure. No, for sure. You make a good point. Development costs have skyrocketed because people deserve to get paid, rightfully so, right? 100% that's true. So what I'm saying is, it's again, let me just kind of go back. 20 years ago, Xbox came out at let's say $400. So I don't know what it was. All right, $400 we'll say. In 2 years, you could buy that console for $100 cheaper and with a bundle. So it's like there was an incentive to wait for. So it's not like you can't. Maybe you can always afford that $400, right? That's not really the main point. The main point is that there's no games to play. So at launch, usually there's maybe the 1 or 2 good games you want to play. So then after you wait a year, you get the same console for cheaper, and you might get a bundle. You might have a larger library of games that are, by the way, full games, right? So it's not like the console itself is unaffordable to everybody. I think a lot of people are priced out in general just because of the rising cost of everything, not just consoles, but just life in general has gotten significantly more expensive, proportional to what each person makes then and now. But just the fact that you need to have so much like season pass, no, you can't just buy Forza and have all the cars, right? If you want to have the full Forza experience, you have to have the seasons pass, right? So it's that kind of stuff that's where the customers feel like they're getting nickel and dimed all the time, and it's not like you can't afford it. It just becomes like, why do you keep nickel and diming us, right? Why don't you just release the cars that you already created? If you want to make a whole other map edition, I think people will gladly pay for it. Yin says, I think a lot about whether or not to buy a game even if it's new on release and just watch streamers play it. Exactly. Like, not all games are even worth buying these days, right? Baldur's Gate 3 was such a bar setter for me. It made a lot of AAA games developers push their games back. That's true. I have yet to play it, but I've always wanted to. It's just, again, I heard it was a very long game, but I have not seen anybody play it because I don't want to be spoiled on it. So, Keen says, before you go, can I share this seed? Maybe you can find something interesting too. Lots of volcanoes and renewable water sources. Okay, cool. I will take that. Thank you so much, Keen. Appreciate it. Let me put that in my notepad. Appreciate you sharing that. I will check that one out. Hey, what's up, Simcopter? I'm just about to head out, so appreciate you stopping by, Simcopter. But yeah, just ending the stream here, getting caught up with everyone in the chat, and then we're gonna be heading out. Appreciate you coming by, though. Nice to see you. We could take the game to a friend's house. No big, no login BS. That's true. Yeah, that was a good times. Good times. Pricing is terrible, says Fitz. Hardware pricing. Big money just grow to a point where it gobbles up regulations. It's like the heart of capitalism. DRM was a big thing for decades. It was the worst of the 2000s, says Weird Tokenish Trigger. I think the problem is that games used to be respected as an art form. Now they're solved for the majority, like an engineering problem, to maximize profits and decrease risks. It's a good point, for sure. Ethan will never get to the end. I'm trying to go through them really quick. If we keep talking faster, he'll get sidetracked. We can keep him forever. You might be able to do that. Hey, what's up, Sir Imperial Mike? Welcome to the stream. 10 minutes left. 10 minutes 10 minutes ago. His skill level to get sidetracked is over 9,000. Maybe it's more of a console problem. I don't know. All I know is as a PC player, I can wait a few years. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Now, I'm a PC player too, obviously. Like, I'm here on PC. But imagine being like trying to get into the PC market now, right? And trying to future-proof a rig. So what do you buy? A 5080 for $1,900 Canadian? Or do you buy something like a 5070 Ti for $1,400? Just that alone is as much as a PC used to cost 5 years ago. Like, it's insane. Like, how does anybody who who doesn't have that kind of disposable income get into gaming, right? It's going to start shrinking. The problem is, if you make gaming so inaccessible that the casual person can't get into it, you're going to start shrinking your market. And then if you shrink your gaming market, there's going to be no incentive for developers to continue to make great games. They're just going to put out slop because it's cheaper. Now, indie, like you said, Steam is the saving grace here, because it allows indie gamers or small companies like Clay to get their games out. And without indie, I don't know where gaming would be. Like, Steam is amazing. Okay, like it helps developers get their games out, their products out. You can be an indie like Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley, an amazing game made by one guy, right? Terraria, amazing game. Oni, amazing game, right? Small developers or small studios and indies have amazing products. So there's an incentive there to create these type of games. But these games all have one thing in common. They're not very large story-based games that a lot of people enjoy, that require, studios with actors and professional recording and stuff like that, right? So when you start pricing out the average person from those products, it no longer becomes feasible, because you've shrunk the market so much. So it no longer becomes feasible for these AAA companies to make these story-based experiences. So what you're left with is indie developers, which is really amazing on its own, but also a dead gaming market, basically. Because if it's a recursive effect, right? If you don't have companies putting out games, there's no reason to build a PC, right? There's less incentive. So if you build a general gaming rig, you're like, yeah, I want to be a casual gamer. You might find Oni, you might find Terraria, Stardew Valley, you might buy a couple AAA titles. But if that all of a sudden that there's no games to buy because there's nothing new coming out, what's the incentive now to go play 10-year-old games? I mean, maybe, right? That's where I think gaming is really in a bad spot right now. We have studios, AAA studios, not putting out good games. Hardware prices are skyrocketing on both ends. Like, what's the incentive to be a console gamer? You might as well build a PC, right? If the Steam machine is $1,500, so that the next console, the next PlayStation, Xbox is going to be around that price. At that point, just build a PC. Spend the extra $500 and you can have the whole Steam library at your disposal, right? See if it's. Thank you for stopping by. I would play Baldur's Gates eventually. Yeah, I really want to play that game. That would be fantastic. I hope it's just a cycle. I hope you are right. It's just, it's never been this. It's never been this bad though. I hope you are right though. I you know what? I very much enjoy your optimism, because I hope that This is a cycle that we can get out of, and I hope it doesn't lead to the downfall of gaming. That's my ultimate. It just seems so bleak right now in some aspects. 1,800 US for 5070. Holy smokes. That's a lot. That's like 2,500 Canadian, maybe 3,000 Canadian. That's crazy. We're about to enter the AI slob days. I mean, I just won't buy it. Honestly. But big companies are putting out more games than ever. I'm playing since I was a child. I'm 38 years old. I remember playing modem modding Operation Flashpoint as a kid. I love Operation Flashpoint. I remember playing that on 360. That was great. Uther, Sony and Take-Two ruining things. I bet Xbox goes digital too. Oh, 100% Uther. 100%, I think. I think there's no incentive for Xbox to try to... Well, here's the thing. I think you're right, especially with how much Xbox has been trying to satisfy shareholders. However, wouldn't it be a massive win for Xbox to include a disc on their next console? Because this is how Sony won the PS4 generation. Imagine if Xbox says, we are bringing discs to our console. That would be a huge win for Xbox. That might get them back into the good graces of people. It's an easy layup. It's an easy layup, Microsoft. Do it. Do it. It's an easy layup. At least AI isn't taking your current job. No, I don't think AI can do my job. Good luck. It's just a cycle. AR market is booming. Bottlenecks always get filled at some point. I hope so. I hope you're right. And like I said, I respect your optimism. I hope that that's what ends up happening. Dan says, I don't think we're in a downfall of gaming. I think that after big flops, big studios are starting to make quality games. They're just 4 to 5 years behind. That's a fair point. Very fair point, Dan. PS1 because you could watch Blu-rays, but people don't buy movies anymore. I don't think that Xbox can copy the success. No, for sure. Sorry, maybe I should elaborate. Remember how when the PS4 and the Xbox One were coming out, Microsoft did their press conference at E3 and they said it's going to be always online. You have to have regular check-ins. Each game is tied to your profile, so you can't share it. And then Sony released an ad. Hey, this is how you share games on the PlayStation. And then it was literally like the CEO giving the game to the other person. So that's how they won that generation, basically. And now, wouldn't it be ironic if Xbox went the same direction, right? So, anyways, good night, Vitaly. I'm gonna check out your post on Discord, and then I gotta get going too. I stayed 20 minutes past 10 minutes too late, or whatever. I don't know if that made sense, but anyways, it's a listen. Here's my final thoughts, and I enjoy being optimistic. Oh, did I just mute myself? I enjoy being optimistic. I think I'm naturally optimistic at my core, but I hope that I'm wrong. Okay? I hope that the things that are happening right now, like M.M said, it's just a cycle. I hope that we can get past this. That would be ideal because I love gaming. Gaming is a huge part of my life, just like it is part of everyone else's life in the chat. So I hope that we continue to move past this. I hope that the memory shortages are eventually filled and then we can get back to consoles dropping in price as they age. All right, so that's my hope. Obviously, I don't want things to go bad. It just seems like we've gotten nothing but bad news, right, lately. And people losing their jobs at Xbox, stuff like that, even though they had, again, very good profits in the last quarter or whatever. Anyways, it was a lot of fun chatting with you all and getting your perspectives as well. It was really, really interesting because obviously nobody knows what's going to happen, right? So it's interesting to see, get everyone's take on where they think the gaming industry is going. But yeah, I hope that things do improve. Icarus says how Xbox can win. You can play games and you can attach mouse. Oh my goodness, 100%, dude, 100%. That would be amazing. If they, yeah, 100%. All right, I'm gonna get going, everyone. Thank you so much for sticking around for the discussion. It was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for coming by for the gameplay. Please like the video, like Stringer said. Thank you so much, Stringer, for the reminder. And yeah, I will see you Friday, okay? I'll be back on Friday. We'll play Oxygen Not Included, and then Factorio on Sunday. All right? So thank you for being here again, and I will see you guys on Friday. Take care, and have fun gaming this week. Well, yeah, we'll have a good rest of your week. See you, Uther. See you, Yang. See you, Icarus, Stringer, Vitaly, everyone else that was here, Dan. Thank you all for stopping by. Yeah, I gotta get some rest too. I can feel my mouth. I've been talking for like 5 hours straight because I was recording before this, so my mouth is sore. All right, take care, everybody.